such a speed?
Well, either way, we are still in the point. Yeah, some competition switches. I agree. That's what I think is going on.
The objective is still okay. It's a raid. So
we're back.
Monkey, we're back. But it's all for naught. Scape, they're finding the big blade on an immortality field. Drake's getting the kill in Captain S. But unfortunately, 4 times extra speed, every one of the members going down, and Asparagus chopping away on Darkshine.
Yeah, and technical gremlins and an unfortunate timing right there. As you see, 4 times extra speed going with something new, a Widowmaker coming out, and Winston as well. First time you're seeing it from them.
Play of the game, Asparagus.
Of course, it's Asparagus. So many Dragon Blades, massive Dragon Blades.
Big blades, but you cannot discount the overcharger from the Orisa there. Ooh, what a match yet again.
What about a match? Definitely. It's great to see some Genji back in play, especially from both teams. Great to see some different compositions from both teams compared to what we had on Lijiang. But at the end of the day, you know, just the superior teamwork and practice coming through from Giga Counter. Yep, well, I think we're going to take a short break here to just sort out any remaining technical difficulties. Don't want to die again in the middle of, you know, a crucial fight.
But I believe that was a clean sweep, but though, from NUS. Geiger Counter claiming that 2-0 versus 4 times extra speed.
Yep, it's 2-0. We will still see the third map though on Rialto. Starting to make up time. We are going to the third map, yes. Yeah, it is Rialto for the third map.
Oof. Quite one-sided, the scoreboard. But, you know, this is still the qualifiers, so technically 4 times extra speed still can win it back, maybe, if they perform well in the next couple of matches that are coming up for them.
Yeah,
it's not over yet.
Yeah, of course, Giga Counter are the defending champion, so it's always going to be a tough match, especially for a new roster like 4 times extra speed. But as you said, plenty of opportunities for them to come back and get some wins, put some points on the board.
Explosive start though for NUS right there.
Yeah, I mean, as one of the registered varsity teams on the side of NUS, a lot of practice, I think, has been taking place over the past year since the last edition of IVGF. A lot of different compositions being tried out. This team definitely resilient to meta changes, able to play, you know, double shield, the rush, then do some Moira rush, the Mei rush, sniper comms, dive comms, double bubble, what have you. Seen lots of things in professional Overwatch in the past year trickle down to the grassroots level, and I think that's what we might see here today.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they've never stopped training. Like from day one, I mean, last year as a participant, like when I was going in, I heard that we were going up against NUS, and and a little birdie told me that they were never stopping to train like every single day or something, or they were constantly scrimming. And oof, boy, when we scrimmed against them, it was equally as one-sided. So I feel for 4 times extra speed right now. Like I know exactly what's going on in their minds as you know, NUS just mops the floor with them. No offense, but you know, both teams really played equally well. I have to say, I have to give some credit to 4 times extra speed, but I guess maybe NUS had the bigger and better coordination there. You know, that's, you know, my expert analysis on this, and I'm not an expert, so Pepega.
Well, no, I do agree with you. Of course, when something isn't working, you don't keep running your head, you know, banging your head against the wall, hoping that eventually it'll click. You know, you try to change things up, go for something different, try to find the solution. And to their credit, that's what we saw from 4 times extra speed. Some new comps coming out. The Widowmaker at some points, the Winston, double shield, the Mei. Well, it was an emergency swap, but either way. Attempts, of course, definitely saw the attempts to find an answer and change things up. And you know, who knows, in this third map, maybe they will just show us something different. And something different again, and we'll see a different result.
You know, very interesting for the Sombra player to not be playing Sombra instead of McCree though. I have to.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about that. Clearly, I don't have all the inside information on this team. But anyway, yes. I do think we have another roster swap for the side of Giga Counter. Easy Clap is back out, Overclock is back in. And we are heading into this map, Rialto, the final map of our series.
Alright. And take note that NUS, though, already winning with the 2-0, but we are just doing this map as per rule regulations, as described by Lumos earlier on.
Yeah, and really the reasoning is that with only 4 games that each team is playing, it could very easily end up with a tie. And not just a tie in match wins, but also in map wins, right? And then we have all sorts of problems with tiebreaker games, you know. Do we go head-to-head? Do we look at map differential? Things like that. Do we play a tiebreaker? And as far as possible, we want to avoid that. So just think this third map gives us that extra buffer of 1 more map per match. It hopefully lets us split teams based on map differential at the very end.
Overclock is being subbed back again, by the way.
Yeah, probably to play the
Clap.
Ana, as you can see right here. Still the Genji coming up for Giga Counter. And it looks like 4x Collegiate Speed actually sticking with the Widow at the end of Icon Ward on.
But I see a Bastion.
It's a Bastion for double shield. It can be very difficult to break.
Oh boy, how I missed the Bastion.
Yep. So what really the win condition for Giga Counter here is just not take too much damage, play behind corners, store the card out. Oh, the Bastion
And already a huge nade going down from Overclock, getting the Bastion and forcing Immortality Field. But thought for not, their main damage dealer is gone. And Exio just charging into this Rhine and getting the kill on Zerate. Yikes!
Yeah, I don't know where Overclock was hiding at the start of that, but in anti-nade it's really the best counter to a Bastion.
But Drake's gets a kill on Asparagus, but he's gonna get rezzed anyways.
Yeah, well, second attempt at a Bastion setup for Darkshine. The tanks charging forward, getting some space, placing those shields down. 4x Collegiate Speed forcing their way around this corner, but it's a 3-man Bionate right there.
Dangerously low, man. They're playing into some really good nades by Overclock, and that's a big blade from Asparagus. Now he has the nano blade, but you don't even need that. Mercy boost is just enough. Cleans 3, kills the Bastion, and 4x Collegiate Speed. Their progress is halted yet again.
Yeah, and you see the multiple win conditions for Giga Counter there, right? One of them is the Bionate, forces out defensive cooldowns, including the Immortality Field from Noya. And once all of those are down, the second win condition comes in, which is the Nano Blade, and they just get a pretty clean team wipe.
And now 4x Collegiate Speed going another direction, finds a fat flux of nothing, but Captain S also nothing and gets punished by Darkshine. But no matter, he's gonna get res.
Oh, but the damage just being kited here from Giga Counter. The Supercharger comes out.
You do not want to play a Widow against Asparagus. He will find you and he will kill you. Exil killing the Bastion and the tank.
Yeah, some new ideas coming through there from 4x Collegiate Speed. They try to set up in this really narrow corridor, making it difficult for any big inmates to come in.
No fear, but just like spawn camping Bastion. Feels bad.
Well, that is the thing, right? Against the Bastion, you do want to stop the Bastion from setting up. You don't want to give him space. You don't want to give his tank space to put the shields down in front of Bastion. So, yeah, this aggressive play coming from Giga Counter is exactly what we want to see. It's a Nano Blade up again, by the way.
Sim Bastion. Analysis, please. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, well,
right
they've gotten up on the high ground, which is what you want, but it's not going to do anything to stop a Nano Blade.
It's chopping them. Look, that 5-man blade. It's a disaster.
Yeah, and you know, you said analysis, right? And what the sim really does is to just bring your whole team. You know, if you can't rotate cleanly as a slow-moving double shoot Bastion comp, just teleport onto the high ground. And that solves your biggest issue, unfortunately. Asparagus had the blade, Overclock had the nano, and that will win you
has it.
most fights no matter your win condition.
Oof. These are just some fat nades there, preventing Darkshine from setting up and making no use of the NAND matrix. Quite questionable. And he can finally pop his ult, but Exil, his big bomb,
That's a great
big immortality field though,
great
but
deal.
Captain S takes full advantage of that by popping his high noon. Between 2 and 4 times extra speed can't even touch. Oof.
Yeah, and the reality is, if you lose that one fight as a Bastion, you can't get yourself set back up in a good position. It's always an uphill battle to try and pull things back.
This is like Boston Academy versus 2-time world champion Shock.
Boston Academy? Oh dear. But I think that the Academy team isn't too bad actually. It's the main roster that...
Wait, so are you saying
really...
4 times extra speed is bad? It's worse?
Well, no. I mean, Uprising Academy, to be fair, has had some success. Arguably more success in contenders and trials than their parent team. Okay, but anyway.
I mean, the coordination...
Yeah, I don't think too many people
just...
still watch contenders, so...
Yeah, but the juxtaposition between the coordination of these two teams... Oof, just showing us how insanely strong and important coordination and actually individual skill as well is important. Asparagus just hard cleaving the path to NUS's victory right there.
Yeah, not much really to shut down the Genji. I think 4 times lecture speed. Oh, what's this? This is interesting. Doomfist. Wow.
Interesting.
Oh, have they been spotted? I don't think.
I think he was debating them. I think he was debating them. I think they know.
No, now they know.
Yeah, they oh. Dude.
Well, Gage it.
Asparagus.
I mean, the card's moving. The card's moving.
Escaped there, getting the kill in overclock, but Asparagus punishing this early hold 4 times extra speed. And
you know,
it's, yeah, I don't even know what to say about this fight.
I like the idea, the attempt to try something new, but they left it too late. You know, you've got to store the cut. You've got to store the cut out there. You can't let it just roll across the bridge, or you're always trying to get back to it. And they needed to go a bit sooner there, I think.
And that is the 3rd map. Just
yeah,
going into the way of NUS.
As we watch this Nano Blade once again.
I have
a feeling that Asparagus may steal quite a few play of the games today in the matches that he's in.
Whew. That is very, very dominant gameplay from the IPGF winner, Geiger counter.
Yeah, they look like early contenders at least, at the very least, to win the tournament once again. But of course, some other really strong teams in the tournament that we'll see later on. So definitely looking good for a great set of matches today.
Yeah, especially like at 9, I think we're casting the 2 poly techniques against each other, and that will be really interesting to cast.
Yeah, that will be interesting. Of course, anyone who's participated or followed any of the PAC community tournaments and streams, we'll recognize some of the players that we have later on. But they've never really gone up against these university players that we saw in this first match. So that will be an interesting clash, interesting crossover, shall we say.
I can only imagine the thoughts running through players from both the teams right now. Must have been an easy clap for NUS, but how is 4 times extra speed taking it? We'll never know.
Well, it is one of the toughest opponents they will face, right? So I'd say, you know, don't get too dejected. It's always going to be a tough match. More opportunities later to get some wins. Of course, more good showings. Yeah, and for individual players to pop off and have their moments. We have a play of the match coming up, actually. As a new feature. Very professional. Just, unfortunately, this one's not sponsored by T-Mobile or anything like that.
State Farms!
It's not sponsored by State Farm either. Couldn't get any of that here.
A banana.
As we have a... That's an interesting replay. I think that's not from our tournament.
Wow. The map that we saw in the future right now. Very huge Kings Row.
Yeah, I mean, of course, we do have Kings Row coming up later. And I think we do have that player right there featured. But it is, yes, it is this player that we're looking at as our player of the match.
This was the defining moment, I guess. How many times have you seen this? GG, go
3
next,
times.
please.
I think it's 3 times. And we've seen this 2 times.
Yeah. Just constantly showing us that he doesn't need a pocket or a damage boost to get those big blades.
And I mean, a Genji is one of the cleanest ways to win team fight, right? A blade, especially with some form of damage boost, just lets you clean up, members of the other team so quickly, so efficiently. You don't need to rely on any, complicated combos or sequences of events going right. Like, oh, let's EMP here, let's rush there, let's call here, dive there. You just send your Genji in with a blade, for damage boost, and if he's good, you'll get some work done.
Hey, we have to give a special shout out though to Overclock and his support, as well as Exil, for giving him that space to really perform, and the nano boosts, the damage boosts. Yeah, I mean, NUS worked as a well-oiled cog machine right there, just plowing through the competition.
Yep. Well, so that was it for the first game of the night, but we still have 4 more rounds of games to bring you. As we take a quick look at our schedule, Giga Counter will be right back in it, actually, for the next game, going up against the other NTU team, Barrier Free Car Park. Now, I wonder where that name could have come from.
A car park that is barrier free.
I think that's close enough. Well, of course, NTU known as a very, shall we say, inventive.
What is extreme speed?
Sorry?
Oh, no, I mean, that was a reference to a meme, man. What is extreme speed?
Oh, I'm not so clued in on those memes, unfortunately.
Oh man.
Yeah, but anyway, Barrier Free Car Park, I think it's a new invention in the NTU campus. The cars can just drive in, and just drive in without having to go through any barriers, hence Barrier Free Car Park. Another allusion to recent events, and they are actually the defending team. Not defending team, but a returning team from last year's IBGF, the representatives from NTU. So this will be a matchup that we saw last year, in fact.
Oh, Xenofly's in this team, right?
Yeah, that is correct. Xenofly is in this team. Oh, right. Well, we'll see that coming up shortly. In the meantime, we'll take a quick 5-minute break, just for our production to get something sorted out, shall we say. And we'll be back pretty shortly. For a second. We are back from our quick break, which was not so quick after all. Yeah, so next match that we have coming up is Barrier Free Car Park against Giga Counter. And I think what we realized during the break was that Barrier Free Car Park actually forfeited their first match. One of the players wasn't around due to a scheduling conflict with another tournament, a Valorant tournament. And this player happens to be Bubble Kitty.
Yeah. Regardless, though, this is going to be somewhat of a rematch of the semifinals last year. And we all saw those Pog bombs by Xeno last year, man. Most popular clip of IVGF around that time. And just can't wait to see how Excel responds to that. I mean, obviously, Geiger Counter ended up winning the whole IVGF, but it will be fun to see how these teams have improved over time.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that first map on Ilios. It was just 5k after 5k. But of course, USA came back with a vengeance, and eventually won the whole thing. So this should be a pretty exciting rematch. Really good players on both teams. Both teams have been scrimming for quite a bit, I do believe. So we should see some really well coordinated team play between the two.
So just a question, right? If you beat a Team Singapore player, aren't you guys all qualified to become Team Singapore players? Does that work like that?
Yeah, I think it depends on whether Blizzard ever brings the World Cup back. Let's take a look then at the players for Giga Counter. Of course, we just saw them in our last match, but maybe some roster changes. And well, yeah, actually, it's Easy Clap and Overclock playing at support for Giga Counter.
Dubbing on Caramel.
Yeah, we didn't see that combination last time around. So maybe they have something else up their sleeves this time for this match against NTUA. Tank line the same, DPS line as we left it at the end of the last map.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see Easy Clap's synergy with Overclock, as well as Captain Ness's synergy with Asparagus, but we really don't need explanation of Asparagus's play. So
yeah, let's look at their opponents for this match. I have a feeling we'll see some familiar returning names. Yep, no surprises right there.
I think Xenofly changed his name a bit.
Yeah. I think he bribed Blizzard to allow special characters in like.
So now we've got Zemphy.
Better name. Zemphy. Yeah.
We've got Emphy.
Yeah, Deadpool 118. It's an upgraded version of 117, I do believe. Yeah. Anyway, I think these are familiar players from last time. Let's take a look at the maps for this match. Obviously, not the same as the maps from last time. We are going to cycle through all the different maps today.
Ilios.
Well, where have you seen that one before?
Yeah, man. Do you ever have those like cursed maps now? Like every time you play a map, you just instinctively remember that one time something happened?
Yeah, I do remember quite a few things happening.
Mine's Busan, by the way.
Well, yeah, you know, that was quite a pretty famous one.
Oh, we do have a change in the map, though.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. It's an assault map. I think it's Havana on assault, on escort rather. Well, we'll get that one checked out and get back to you later. But anyway, that's map 3, right? A long way in the future. Yep. Let's just look at Ilios for the time being. How does Ilios differ to Lijiang, do you think?
Well, you know, Ilios has that popular well, so instead of like, you know, the environmental kills being outside the point, now it's inside the point. So it'll be cool to see how the tanks play around that well, if we ever get that map. And of course, there's a lot more high ground compared to Lijiang, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the teams make full use of that high ground.
Yeah, a lot more open space too, on Ilios Ruins especially. So we could see some long-range hit scan play, we could see more poke compositions, maybe not quite so much of the Lucio Moira, although of course it definitely can work because it is a very mobile composition, close at distance very easily. So yeah, definitely a map where we can see a lot of different things happening from both teams.
Yeah, and we can't wait to see as we head on over to the map very soon.
Yep. Here we go. Into Ilios.
Zemphy has been correctly changed to Xenofly.
Yep, Deadpool's been downgraded back to version 117.
Downgraded, oh man.
I'm sure still a good player though. Well,
would you ever go to Ilios?
Would I ever go to Ilios? I mean, it looks like a beautiful place, and I mean, honestly, the stuff that you see here looks very much like the pictures of Greece that you see in real life, right? So, seems like it would be, stands to reason that it would be pretty beautiful. So, both teams mirroring the Winston Diva Lucio Moira.
Ernesto on his
Sombra, one with the Traitor.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Sombra would fare in this hit here.
Yeah, and you definitely expect the Tracer to be stronger in the neutral poke game, but of course the Sombra gives you that really explosive fight-winning EMP.
if Sombra gets a hack on you, I think most
that's the hack.
just like that.
Oh, well, you've spoken into existence, and the main damage source is gone for very free cover for this fight.
And Exil getting the kill in Claire, boops off the backline, and that is a very decisive first fight. Captain S just taking out Ampha. And Asparagus, yep, leaping away. And Xenofly.
Yep, so first fight goes the way of Giga Counter. Of course, well, Barrier Free Car Park did actually get the point first, so they do have 14% on board, but Giga Counter will pretty soon surpass that, I do believe. Captain S, 70% to an EMP, as Asparagus is camping here on the high ground.
But look at the difference in the ult charges. Or they're actually, no, they're around the same. But Alex is going for those big boops, but Captain S is the one that surprisingly finds the opening kill. But as I say that, Alex boops off Deadpool, but Asparagus and just Asparagus kills off Claire. Exil finding the kill on Ampha, and ooh, nice headshot or whatever, body shot slash headshot on Bubble Kitty, just like that. Giga counter yet again.
Yeah, and really the difference there comes down to one side having the coalescence and the other side not. I mean, all the extra damage and healing just makes such a difference when you're trying to push into an enemy team. Now, the EMP from Captain S, how is he going to use it?
They scouted out Asparagus, dangerously low. Ampha taking this high ground. Oh, Xenofly going for the bomb! Gets to Ampha! Boops X still off the map. Bubble Kitty gets Captain S and Croissant. Dude, just beaming down Easy Clap, but Xenofly, showing who is king.
I mean, absolutely no value from the EMP there. I don't know what the call was, but definitely the engage timing was... The engage speed from Barrier Free Car Park was so quick that Captain S just didn't get the chance to set up for a good EMP, and as a result, Barrier Free Car Park will take the point back. The early
dangerously low. Gets shut down by Exil. But he, you know, a bit of a late sound barrier from Claire there, but going to Blossom. Yeah, Deadpool clapping Asparagus right now. Focusing on the Winston. Eva bomb on point, finds no one. Deadpool focusing down the Winston yet again, but Exil is DMing for his tank partner there, but Deadpool finally gets a kill on Overclock. Captain S somehow poops up Claire? Hello?
Must have been hanging off the edge, I think, right there.
Oh yeah, maybe. Asparagus kills Son yet again. Responds with a very Hail Mary, you know, Death Blossom, but kind of weird.
I mean, we can talk all we want about, you know, how the ultimates were used and how the fight went, but at the end of the day, that was just...
The fight is still going on, though.
Yeah, it's still going on.
Still very alive.
And the point is, with Barrier Free Car Park, so this does benefit them.
Yeah, they might just hold this to OT here. Bomb from Xenofly, was it? Yeah, and Emma gets the kill on Exil.
They're not able to get a remake.
Yeah. Oh, Barrier Free Car Park.
Well, I mean, it's just a great stall there. I think they only had a Winston left on the point.
Big EMP, but there's no one to connect right now. And Captain S just falls to Ampha. The tank line of Barrier Free Car Park just raining down dominant.
That fight must have lasted a good 70, 80, 90 seconds. Ultimate, sure, probably everybody used the ultimate at some point in that fight. Quick pause coming through, just as well. Allows us to take a quick breath in between. Well,
yeah,
if the next points are going to be as chaotic as the first one. Yeah, it looks like a disconnection. Let's take a look at some of the action that happened in that round.
Here in Xenofly's big bomb. Oh, finds two. I think he wanted to do the same thing last year, but it fell a bit short, but it worked in the end. Finding the very key essential partners.
I think some of the members of Giga Counter had their cooldowns out there, so probably not expecting some of those ultimates to come through, where the bomb was going to land. And of course, you see the EMP, not quite ideal. It only catches on 2 people on the side of Barrier Free Car Park. Kind of caught out at the point while members of NTU had made their way onto the point already. So, not ideal. And of course, after that, it's just one incredibly long, protracted, extended fight. But NTU had control of the points all the way. So definitely it benefited.
They extended till they flipped it.
Yeah, exactly.
Those crazy, like their tank line. Like Ampha was just juggling, I think, Exil in the corner, and Exil had no response to that. Couldn't even fly because like he like I don't know what was going through his mind, but he had the like boost out, I think, and there was a Moira healing him, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, some extended technical issues, I think, on the side of one of our players. So we are going to cut to a really quick break while we sort that out. Never mind. Looks like we are back. Yep, production issues, technical issues resolving themselves. So we will head back into Ilios for point 2. Right about in 10 seconds. Yes, there we go.
10 seconds.
Very professional production around here. We are a bit of a skeleton crew, to be honest, but we'll do what we can to make this broadcast as smooth as possible.
Man, again, I mean, NTU just showing up with surprises. I think they taking revenge for the last team. Very 4 times lecture speed right there.
Yeah, maybe, but it was a pretty close match either way. I mean, that fight could have gone either way with only 2 members of either side left on the point. But as it stands, first points of Ilios goes the way of Very Free Car Park. Now we're on Ruins, a really big, wide open map, and compositions pretty similar. Well, actually, let's just say that Giga Counter moves to the Ana brick. So a lot more sustained healing, a lot more single target healing, a lot more anti-dive courtesy of the Brigitte. So a lot of lower composition. Yeah, kept this on the McCree, so a very different look actually from NUS coming out here.
Exil taking a lot of the damage there, but Asparagus is the one that's flanking right now. Easy Clap finds the kill on Deadpool, but Captain S is the first one to go down. Asparagus cleans up Croissant right there, and Exil hard focusing Ampha. He knows that he's the hard carry of NTU maybe. Exil just mowing down everyone.
Yeah, and you see the initial engage from Very Free Car Park does find a kill, but once they've run out of steam, once the initial dive, loses its momentum, Giga Counter's composition is just so much stronger, right? They can stay in the fight for longer. The poke damage from McCree is just so great, and eventually off of that, they do retake the fight and take the point.
Alex dangerously low. And Asparagus, question mark, falls off the map maybe. Bubble Kitty, huge pulse bomb in the back line. And just like that, NTU can retake that point, and they're chasing them down, killing Exil, but first finding Captain S along the way. Bubble Kitty.
It's a tale of 2 pulse bombs. I think Asparagus blew himself up with his own pulse. And then Bubble Kitty found 2 with his own. So, a very quick fight, very quick turnaround there for Very Free Car Park.
Bracer gap, question mark?
Well, we may get a rebuild at some point, I don't know. Early call from Croissant. No call on the side of Giga Counter, of course.
And Ampha, though naded, finds the kill on Captain S. Overclock is dying to Deadpool. And Ampha,
it's already
juggling everyone away from the team?
I mean, Easy Clap was redding and was nano boosted, and you don't want that thing anywhere near your team. So, you can probably understand as Asparagus takes out Bubble Kitty in a little dark alleyway. So,
Tracer 1v1.
Revenge there, yeah.
Asparagus flanking around the side. Xenofly eats the pulse bomb and responds with a Diva bomb. Can this be big? He finds nothing. Exil, though, however, finding the kill on Ampha. Both pulse bombs being eaten by the respective divas. Asparagus yet again 1v1ing Bubble Kitty. Ooh, this time it's Exil who finds the big pulse bomb on both Bubble Kitty and Claire. And with that, maybe, just maybe, NUS can take this point if NTU doesn't stall anymore. But NTU, a damn it on stalling the point right now. And now they're juggling in. Ampha is coming in for the big stall. They hope to get this to maybe 80%. And that 80% is what they will get.
I don't know how that self-destruct finds the Lucio and the Tracer, of all people. The 2 most tiniest and most mobile characters on the side of Very Free Car Park, but there you go. A big Diva Bomb from the side of NUS, and now they have the points. 37% and counting. Ultimate-wise, not much to work with for Game Counter, only the Nano. Probably will go on to Telex on the Winston.
And that's an early pulse bomb on Captain S. Captain S dies yet again. Ampha kills Easy Clap, just focuses down the Brig, and Bubble Kitty just dealing with the backlight right there. Big move from Claire, killing off Exil. Exil, however, finds the response kill in Croissant, but that's not enough. NTU pretty dominant right here.
I think Deadpool got stunned out of his Death Blossom by Easy Clap, but Easy Clap gave up his life in the process. And of course, the Pulse Bomb kill onto Captain S just opened things up so much for the rest of Battlefield Kabak to dive in. So, someone's got to touch the point from the side of Giga Counter. It will be Telex on Winston. Is his Primal soon? Can he get it? I think the Nano Boost goes onto Winston.
Yeah, maybe it's to get his Primal. Asparagus dangerously low. Pulse Bomb misses. Xenofly, oh, he sticks someone, but Xenofly finds a kill in Captain S. Maybe he's caught off position. Telex hooping Croissant off the map right there.
No polar essence for you.
Ooh, both Winstons though, juggling everyone off the point. But which Winston reigns supreme? Maybe that doesn't matter because Bubble Kitty finds the kill in Overclock. Telex finds the kill in Claire. Deadpool mowing down Exil. Bubble Kitty, what is happening to Bubble Kitty? He's on some kind of crack. I want some of that, man. He's killing everyone on the side of NUS.
But it's both by NUS.
Bubble Kitty, what is happening? Bubble Kitty.
What an insane clutch to end the map right there. And I thought when the Moira for Battlefield Kappa got knocked off the map, it was turnable. This comp just does not function without heals, but the clutch factor from some members of NTU, they're just coming through so strong yet in.
This is Bubble Kitty's big stick.
Oh, yes.
Oh, look at that. Dude, he's just dancing around Captain S right now. If it weren't for the DM, oh, never mind, Emphasis kills him. Ooh. Bubble Kitty, just showing them who's boss.
Yeah, but I mean, that was so close at the end. But, you know, Tracer is a hero that you really see carry plays on quite often. Really does give you that pop of potential. You can stall a point for so long, especially on control. You can, you know, duck in and out of fights, get health back, come and kill someone else. You know, hit recall, come back in with another 150 HP. And that really, when you lose your main support, right? When you lose your main source of healing, Tracer is really the hero that you want around to keep things going, to keep the point contested in your favor. And yeah, Bubble Kitty eventually able to make it work and pull out the clutch.
I don't know what happened there, but in the last fight, he just solo killed both the supports. I don't know how he found those angles, but I know one thing for sure. I'm going for Tracer training with him later. Maybe. I don't know. Kappa.
Well, still 2 more maps to come. This Tracer battle, Asparagus had its moments on Tracer. So we should see more of the Tracer coming up. Second map of the series will be Numbani. It's a hybrid map. It's kind of an okay map for Tracer, I suppose. Not terrible, not great. Of course, point A of Numbani is so unique. Teams can get help there so easily. It's not easy to break that high ground hold. Third map, it's still showing as Hanamura. I do believe it's Havana actually, because you know, we've heard your wishes. No one really likes to play 2 CP. Blizzard certainly doesn't think so. It's not in for Overwatch 2, so it will be an escort map instead. But in the meantime, you know, we may not even get there. It's Numbani that's going to be the second map of the series.
Yeah, I don't think they'll run the Trickster. Maybe it seems more of like a, you know, high groundish kind of map. So maybe they'll play more of Echo Reaper, perhaps. I don't know. I'm just speculating here based on what I've seen on the OWL matches. But
because he's Torbjorn.
Oh yeah, Torbjorn is really good here. But maybe on the actually, he works both on offense and defense. So it'll be really interesting to see how both teams interpret this map and plays around with it.
Yeah, it's a variety of ways to approach the first point. You can walk up main onto point. You can walk up top left, send someone to flank from bottom left to take the high ground. So lots of different ways to do it. I think we famously saw the Philadelphia Fusion run Lucio Moira while attacking point A, and they got full health by the LA Valiant. So maybe that comp not the best for this point.
But Atlanta Rain showed up with a Torb.
Yeah, Atlanta Rain showing up the Torb, and you know, I think our teams here are no strangers to beam picks like Torb, but it could be a very legitimate choice. We're going to cut to a really quick break, this time for real, I hope. And we'll see you back shortly for Numbani.
And we're going straight
And-
into the map, I think.
We're back. Seems like the 1 minute break really was a 1 minute break. So for the first time tonight, we are on schedule. But yeah, we are about to head into Numbani for the second map of the series. Very competitive Ilios on the first round, but it was a 2-0 to Barrier Free Car Park. So an early advantage in the series for the NTU team.
Not over yet. I mean, as we saw last year, I think there was a reverse sweep for Geiger counter. So we shall see what's happening this time.
But honestly, it was my first time casting, and I was too nervous to remember anything that happened. Was it a reverse sweep? Might have been. I honestly don't
I don't know. You were casting. You should know. I don't know. You said something about how they were. Man, I don't know. But...
yeah. I don't know, man. It was a long time ago. And it was an even more scuffed production than what we have today. Can you believe it? But anyway, Giga Counter will roll out on the defense first, running the Ana brick once again. So yeah, an anti-dive sort of composition, right? The brick really is just there to protect the Ana and hand out some occasional armor packs to the Tracer and to the Sombra. High ground control for the support line, very important, of critical importance, in fact, for Giga Counter. On the side of Barrier Free Car Park, Bubble Kitty's on the Soldier, which would normally be a bit of a meme pick, but some OWL teams have been choosing it as of late, so let's see what he can do, locking the legs.
Yeah, I mean, I did say that Bubble Kitty might not play Tracer, and I was right, but Geiger Counter, though, playing Tracer still. So this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, if you just play Tracer on the defense, yeah. You can set up on this high ground to begin with.
Right here's like a pocketed Echo, and that seems to be really strong, the OWL lately. But now they're all going up this choke here.
And Telex 1 HP! Oh, gets out alive.
Very low for both tank lines right now. But it's Barrier Free Car Park who charges in, and Croissant gets the kill on Captain S. Somehow he wasn't invisible, and Deadpool can now focus beam on Telex. Bubble Kitty just rocketing overclock there, easy clap. Manages to kill Ampha with a whip shot, but he gets rezzed and finds the revenge kill on an easy clap.
Yeah, I mean, it's so difficult to deal with a Mercy pocketed Echo, right? If you give her some space, she's able to just start spamming damage onto your team for free. That can often be it. It's very hard to come back from that. Captain S, 2/3 of the way to an EMP, but we see Barrier Free Car Park pushing up aggressively, not giving Giga Counter any space to come back in.
Yeah, very aggressive for Barrier Free Car Park, which might, you know, work in their favor.
Yep, they've got 2 people in cart and everyone else just pushing on the street's face. It seems like the tank line for Giga Counter establishing some control of the high ground for the time being. Captain S almost has this EMP ready to go. That would be the big win condition ultimate for Giga Counter coming up.
Strangely, Captain S is not in the backline right now.
Yeah, oh, here goes the engage.
Oh, here we go. That's a huge EMP, and XL can now find Bubble Kitty with an EMP. Asparagus still holding on to that pulse bomb. Deadpool naded. There's not much he can do. Telex finds the kill on his counterpart, Monkey, and Captain S can clean up one player.
And that's a pretty nice, clean win for Giga Counter. 1 EMP and 1 self-destruct, and you win the fight. But Barrier Free Car Park using no ultimates there. So, you know, they'll take the loss and come back again stronger with more ults this time around. Oh, they found the Soldier! Very nice collapse there from the Tracer and the Sombra. Bubble Kitty looking for a flank, not getting it.
They might go in for this res. Nope, they're not going out. But Soldier can just run anyways.
Yep, no big loss. Oh, nice little whip shot over there. And yeah, both teams fighting over control of that high ground is so important as a staging point, especially for the backline, for the Ana.
But Deadpool's the first one who will activate his ult by cloning Exil, but it's Xenophi who will find the first pulse bomb on overclock. Bubble Kitty being boosted by the Mercy, kills off Exil, and that's kind of a wasted ult for Telex there. As he tries to
meta right there.
Yeah. They don't see Captain S. Oh, they're still contesting. Captain S desperately trying to hold. He does recall back. Pulse Bomb is used by Asparagus, but it's still Bear Free Car Park who will eventually cap the second point with 4 minutes in their time bank. And
Well,
charging in though.
Saving grace for Giga Counter. They have EMP once again. They definitely need to use that to stop this push going any further. Uh-oh. That is a problem.
That is a huge rocket from Bubble Kitty onto Asparagus.
And for rocking the Hunger Spark skin. Who shares Sims, anyone?
They're all taking Bubble Kitty on the background. Maybe he wants to set this up with Claire, don't know. Oh, he waited for that! He knew! Oh my gosh! But while the rest of the team is EMP'd right now, Exil going with the bomb finds 2, kills Croissant and Deadpool, who are caught on the open. Deadpool gets questionably rezzed, however. As the rest of the team goes down, Xenofly tries to get this back by getting killed in Captain S, but it will be Geiger Counter who eventually gets this.
What a confusing fight. That EMP gets one person, gets the Diva, and then the Tech Visor comes in on top of that. They almost demech Xenofly, but somehow he stays alive. EMP gets no value, and then the bomb comes in and kills 2. So just a pretty odd fight overall, honestly, but NUS come out on top, and Captain S straight back to the business of farming the EMP.
Captain S gets a successful hack on Xenofly. Xenofly completely useless in helping Ampha as he proceeds to take increasingly high damage. Both tanks dangerously low.
Oh no!
But they still want to fight this. However, Alex also low. Deadpool finds a big. Oh wait, no, sorry. Xenofly finds a big bomb on both the backline. And Telex slept. There's nothing they can do now. What a huge bomb from Xenofly as always, and that's kind of a wasted Diva bomb, but that's fine.
That's the clone, yeah.
Yeah, the clone.
Well, 3 outs. Coming up to 4 outs for Giga Counter. Here comes the EMP.
Has the EMP, but that's kind of a miscom because Telex pushes them out of the EMP. No matter, he still manages to get the hack on Xenofly. Xenofly now in baby form. Captain S gets a kill on Deadpool. Now it'll be Telex who's dying. Captain S finding these kills. Nano Sombra, yeah, that probably works in 2021 as he mops up the floor with the 2 tanks.
Oh, Captain S must have some beef with Xenofly. That's the second time in a row he solo EMP'd the Diva on the side of Barrifree Car Park. In addition to, you know, the multiple manual hacks that he's getting on the Diva. But of course, Diva is the best hack target pretty much in this composition. As Asparagus is... Oh,
dangerously low. Telex gets punished for this as well with a huge sleep. And Bubble Kitty popping Tech Visor gets no value, but that's not what they're trying to find. Probably trying to push them back as Ampha aggressively charges in. They're trying to hard focus the break.
Yeah, it's a big sleep right there.
Manages to kill Claire and Deadpool. That's half the support and half the DPS gone, and that's, you know, Exil manages to kill both the support line. Captain S almost gets the hack there.
Yeah, and you see the big flank coming through from Barrifree Car Park, putting so much pressure on the backline of Giga Counter. But what do? They counter dive in response, right? They go for the backline of Barrifree Car Park, and eventually the trick works in their favor. So it's a good thinking there from Giga Counter. And you know, once again, Captain S almost has the EMP. Let's see if he catches more than one person this time. Sneaky up.
I mean, that time Bubble Kitty
could
avoid Captain S's EMP there, but no matter. Easy Clap gets the first kill on Deadpool, and Croissant, you know, follows shortly after.
Yeah, I think it was the Bionate from Overclock that hit 2. Both members quickly cleaned up. And now, last fight territory. The Barrifree Car Park came to this with like a 4.5 minute time bank, I think. And it's down to just 30 seconds. And the EMP is still available for Giga Counter, so this is very dangerous for side of NTU.
Bubble Kitty being hard dived, and this time the EMP connects with him. And, but
eventually
pushing them all away, preventing them from touching. Even in this state, he manages to kill 2 on the backline. Tech Visor yet again for Bubble Kitty, but can they touch this? Oh yeah, someone can. It will be Xenofly. Xenofly will be touching his Ampha, switches off to the Rhine. But maybe it's all for naught. Bubble Kitty managed to get the kill on Telex. Overclocks big nades on Xenofly and catches Ampha, but Ampha's still alive. Exil out of mech. Can they do this? Can they push it?
Hey.
Deadpool playing close to the cart right now. Bubble Kitty finds a kill on Asparagus. That's 2 down. That's 1 down on the side of Giga Counter. Monkey just respawned. It might still be winnable for Barefree Car Park right now. Oh my gosh, that's a huge shatter on the side of Ampha. Unify managed to kill Calyx in his shattered state, but Captain S will be the one to clean up Ampha.
Here comes the remake. Oh no!
Oh, remake like gets shot down by Bubble Kitty. He knows Bubble Kitty with the 6th sense, man. First avoiding Captain S's EMP, now denying that juicy remake.
Oh,
Bubble Kitty. This guy.
I mean, you think, right, that
has all kinds of senses installed in him, man.
You think that Giga Counter has that fight? You know, they get a kill, they push the members of NTU back to its spawn. It's only 10 seconds left. It's a desperate touch. Just about gets it, and you know, Xenofly gives up his mech just to contest the point. But you know, the Rhine swap maybe was inspired. The 2 DPS from Barefree Car Park just staying alive for so long, just putting consistent damage, and they eventually take that fight. At under the bridge, or not bridge, but in the little tunnel, the car wash, and after that they're just able to push through, to the very end. And Reinhardt has always been, the better pick for third point of Numbani, and you see why, right? He's so strong on that little narrow choke. Does so much cleave damage with the hammer. His shield so effective over there. You can't really flank the Reinhardt coming out of last point, and eventually somehow Barefree Car Park clutches it out.
Yeah, here we see arrivals into Numbani from Singapore. Someone maybe needs to check that because maybe malfunctioning there.
I didn't know that we allowed travel from Numbani. Maybe they don't have COVID over there.
I would love to visit Numbani.
I like to visit most of the places in Overwatch lore.
That is true.
And check out what's in those damn payloads. I don't think anyone really knows.
Yeah, it doesn't really explode like TF2.
No, look down. Deadpool's on the Torbjorn. What are we saying about? Interesting pick on Numbani defense.
Captain S is still on that Sombra.
He's going to find that top so annoying. The turret just has infinite range.
That is true. Bubble Kitty being pocketed by Claire. Ampha gets booped down by Easy Clap, but it'll be Bubble Kitty who find the first pick on Captain S. Xenofly manages to kill Asparagus. Captain S may have been a bit out of position there, but Exil manages to get the annoying turret. Exil is at the far back. He gets naded. Exil?
I mean, Xenofly was naded on the side of Barefree Car Park, and they very nearly got the D-Mech there. But then Exil himself got naded and couldn't get out of the way. So a good try, but into retaining control of this crucial high ground. You don't want to let Giga Counter push out and set up over there.
Is doing some casual spy checking.
Spy checking. Captain S, 62% to the EMP. It's not great.
He has more all charge than the Tracer.
That is true. The dive comes in.
Slept.
Yep, it's Nano goes
Easy Clap will be the first one though to pop his ult, and Bubble Kitty manages to find one with Tech Visor, but it would be Telex who will be popping his primal to deny Bubble Kitty that visor, and Asparagus manages to kill Bubble Kitty. Telex manages to get the juggle kill on Deadpool. Xenofly's bomb, but gets killed by Telex before he can remake. But anyways, I think it went, pretty much in the side of Giga Counter anyways.
I mean, I think it was a Nano Visor going through on the Bubble Kitty, but on the other side, Giga Counter Nano Telex on the Winston, and the Nano Winston just gives you so much space, right? Especially when high ground is so prevalent on this point.
That's a fat nade from the clock. Gets 2 though, I think. Claire and someone else at the back, maybe?
Not too sure who else he got, but it's just going to stall into out for another 6 seconds. The Vault ready to go. Let's see if they push aggressively. Yep, here it goes.
Big pockets. Ampha stalling close, holding close to point, trying to stall the cart there. Ampha is low, Xenofly. That's a nade, and here comes the nade. Here comes the EMP Exo combo. But Asparagus doesn't need that. Finds a pulse bomb on Ampha. Kills both tanks because he gets the mech.
Yeah, you know, a good engage there from NUS. You see the bulk engage from Barrier 3 Kappa coming in. They bait the aggression and then they go in with the counter EMP. So a clean fight win, but Barrier 3 Kappa will be able to recontest this quite cleanly. They have the Molten Core. Great for buying space on the point. Bubble Kitty ready to go with another visor. Oh, maybe not.
Oh, Captain S.
Somehow, Captain S finds him.
Snipes on Bubble Kitty. But he can't be res anymore because Claire actually swapped off the Mercy into Lucio.
Yeah,
but I don't know if you want to still go for this. Deadpool is Molten Coring on the point. Asparagus still kills Claire, but Deadpool managed to kill Overclock. The headshot, but Asparagus now carrying on his own as Tracer as he wipes both backline and then some of Barrier 3 car park here.
I mean, the visor, the bomb.
Back. Yeah, I still haven't kept the cart yet. Captain S just trying to deny Bubble Kitty.
No out to the side of Barrier 3 Kappa. And Overclock has the nano. It's going to come back in. This could be how
Alex dangerously low. Oh, huge stick on Asparagus. By Asparagus. And they still haven't kept the cart. Someone is on the point here. But they finally get it.
Yeah, Overclock falls again. Still hasn't used the nano. But, you know, in the end, while all the attention was focused on killing that Ana.
XL dangerously low there.
Yeah, you know, I think Barrier 3 Kappa may have tunneled a bit too hard on the Ana, and the rest of the members just fall in the meantime. So Captain Nance has the EMP, but Kitty still has this visor.
Kind of an interesting, EMP.
Absolutely massive.
Node Exil, and there's nothing Ampha can do here as he gets EMP'd and then hacked again, denying him from putting his shield up for the rest of the team. Claire trying to desperately hold his cart, but Deadpool, who's holding this? Deadpool, play of the game right there.
Yeah, gets off his life. That's very cute.
Gets out with his life too, yeah.
And that may be a critical stall actually. Just
that was a critical stall.
Get back as a full 6.
Yeah, but it'll be easy clap. Be popping his rally, but at the same time Bubble Kitty pops his visor. Asparagus dangerously low here. Asparagus trying to focus down Croissant. Telex popped his Primal and he's trying to juggle everyone else. Xenofly deny space there. Ooh, Ampha gets hacked dangerously low and naded. I don't know how he's still alive, but Claire has a sound barrier. Maybe he can try to help Barrier 3 if they need this. XL fighting everyone. Ampha is still fighting like with less than half his health left. Now the sound barrier comes out, but XL manages to find Claire though. But Croissant managed to kill Captain S. Ampha still swinging away. Asparagus trying to 1v1 the soldier. Shatter goes down the side of Ampha, but no one is alive to connect there. Easy Clap managed to whip down Ampha. XL getting the better of the Diva duel by micro-missiling. Yet another TIE Visor on the side of Barrier 3 Car Park by Bubble Kitty.
Here comes the EMP. This could be massive.
Ampha is coming back as Ball. Alex has Primal. Oh, Captain S, he's flanking. He wants to do it. Especially with Ball, that could be really big.
And
then EMP goes down.
Deadpool has the Death Blossom. The one also available.
Manages to get the stick onto Bubble Kitty. Deadpool, his Rip Blossom is denied there. XL.
Yeah, will they get a cap with more than 1 minute? That's the key question now. 13 seconds left to go to payload.
I think
almost at the end.
They're trying so hard to deny this right now. Everyone is... everyone inside Barrier 3 Car Park is down. Talix popped the Primal just to put them away.
1 minute and 6 seconds. It's very, very close at the end. You know, that was like another 90-second fight, I think. It went on for so very long.
6 seconds away from giving Barrier 3 Car Park a chance to win there. Now it's a draw or bust for this match.
Yeah, and you know the thing is, with 66 seconds playing into a Torbjorn, it's pretty damn difficult to charge up an EMP. And it's pretty difficult to win a fight without an EMP if you're running what Giga Counter was running. So they may have to try something else here. Especially Barrier 3 Kappa pulls out the Torb again. As it stands though, it's no Torbjorn, it's a Tracer Soldier. The very, very 2017, I think.
what's interesting to note is that Deadpool is now playing the Tracer and Bubble Kitty is still playing that Soldier. Maybe a role reversal would have been good considering how, you know, amazing Bubble Kitty played Tracer last week. We'll see. I mean, Deadpool wasn't bad. Like, he got that. yeah, he got that stall. But more than that, you know, he just put so much pressure on the tanks.
Well, I mean, that's what Soldier gives you, right? The ability to get into these off angles, these flank positions, and just pump in a lot of damage. Well, here we go. I think it's really the key question is how quickly does this EMP come up from the side of Giga Counter, and how effectively can Berefree Kapak deny that EMP farm?
Oh, that's a big nade on the side of Croissant there, but Berefree Kapak does not want to engage this, and it's a wise choice because that will be, you know, rushing into suicide right there. Right now, though,
another 3-man nade.
Yeah, those are some big nades from Croissant. And Bubble Kitty just shooting down from the high ground there.
It was a good hack onto the D.Va though. D.Va
Xenofly is out of mag. Captain S gets the kill on Xenofly, but both D.Vas are out of mag now. But officially, Berefree Kapak won the more man down right now. And Asparagus
the visor gets shut down instantly.
Oh no. And now they're focusing Claire and Asparagus. And he chop everyone away. Tracer, Deadpool gets the kill on Overclock. Can they hold this? I mean, Xenofly is coming back and he is a team 24 player. Maybe he can do this 1v6 maybe? No questionable? No, not. And yeah, as the players start to trickle in, it's looking worse and worse for Berefree Kapak.
Yeah, now the ultimate is coming online to take a counter.
It's uncontested on this Reaper. Oh, Amber gets hacked by that's there. Asparagus pops his own Death Blossom just to deny the point, and that's it. That's a game. That's game.
That was one hell of a stall, though. I have to say, very nearly turned it around.
One stall after another stall.
Just cycling members from the point, but really it came down to the critical opening hack onto Xenofly, right? By the Captain S. You take the D.Va away. There's no one to stop the Sombra. There's no one to stop the Reaper.
Oh, look at this Bubble Kitty.
Yes, it looked back at this amazing clutch on their own attack by Berefree Kapak, but to no avail. It will be Giga Counter that takes a very, very close Numbani, and you know, as we expected, it's a really close match between these two teams. Lots of talent on both sides. Great teamwork shown from both teams. No clear idea of what they want to play, what compositions they're going to run, what the win conditions are. And it's 1-1 after Numbani, so it's a decided map on Havana of all maps.
Yeah, and Havana will be really interesting. You've got like long ranges, long wide open spaces for Bubble Kitty to play Soldier again, maybe. What's really, I mean, what I'm seeing here is Captain S normally gets first picked a lot though in those previous engagements. Makes you really wonder, like, can maybe NTU capitalize on that? Maybe his positioning, something. I'm not so sure.
I mean, it's really hard to say, right? Numbani is such a hard point to crack. On that, Numbani point A is so hard to crack when, you know, if your defending team gets a good setup, someone on the left side high ground, someone on the right side high ground, someone watching that little tunnel flank from underneath. It's quite easy to poke out a Sombra, to decloak a Sombra, but of course, why, you know, he's not getting away with the Translocator afterwards is a different question, a different matter altogether. But we'll see. Havana point A especially, probably don't see too much Sombra there. So wide, so open, difficult for the Sombra to get in position. But let's see what they run.
I mean, conversely, it could be good for Sombra because it's so wide and open, you know? That EMP could just affect everyone, you know? So we'll really see how Captain S wants to play here. But I think he was using his Translocator rather aggressively. He was always using it to get in rather than get out. And maybe that's why he died a lot. I'm not so sure.
That's possible. It's hard to say, of course, without the POV. What I'm interested to see is what will happen here in Havana. Obviously, as you said, lots of opportunities for long-range hit scans to flex the muscle. So some compositions that we haven't seen before so far today may come out. You know, things like the Widow, the Ashe, the Hanzo, double shoot, double sniper could make a return. We'll have to see.
I love playing Hanzo on Havana. It's just so open, free headshots. Oh,
a really nice high ground purchase as well for the Hanzo to get out to. And it can be so difficult to contest the hunt too. Like,
Yeah, maybe Widowmaker will be good here too. We'll never know. We never know
well,
what's going in
yeah.
the minds of these insanely good players.
Well, won't have to wait for too long to find out, as we head straight into the last map of the series. Of course, no draws on Escort, so the series will end one way or another.
I mean, technically, if they wanted to, they could.
If they wanted to, yeah. I mean, I've never seen a draw on Escort before, but yeah, we've never seen. I've personally never witnessed a draw on Escort in like what 5 years of playing this game, 4.5 years.
You've clearly never met win traders then.
Oh well, yeah, I haven't not too often. Has to be said. Well, this is interesting. Both teams showing a brawl composition.
Playing close to spawn. And I think Tiger Counter might know. I don't know. Tiger Counter might know that they're trying to Xenofy. Oh. Okay, well, yeah, now they know.
It is a close hold. I mean, it takes a lot of coordination to pull this off correctly. If you lose one member, you are kind of screwed. The wall, they just one.
This really can make or break it. This first hold here. And we're going straight into the action, but it'll be Asparagus who finds the first kill on Deadpool. And with that, Verify Car Park's defenses are down. Bubble Kitty, nice split though. Manages to freeze Exil, but all for naught. Asparagus showing dominance on the Reaper there. Clapping both DPSs. I think Deadpool might be swapping? I'm not so sure. Yeah, he is. He's swapping over to the McCree. And, you know, that's a first hold attempt kind of fail from
yeah, it bought him 30 seconds, which is really not as much as you would hope.
Close to a minute, actually.
Well, the thing is, by the time the cut gets back, we'll see how close they choose to take this fight. Whether they leave themselves room for another fight at the very end of this point. But
Asparagus.
That was ambitious.
That was very ambitious. He might be in trouble here as Captain S gets the kill through the Ant Matrix on Ampha. Oh, yeah, Exil was there to... Sorry, Xenofy was there to help Bubble Kitty, but because of that, Ampha was just left exposed. But it'll be Deadpool.
Somehow gets too, but...
Yeah.
It's not enough. Yeah, I don't really know what Bubble Kitty was thinking with that flank. Of all characters to be flanking like that, Mei is not the one to do it. If Mei's not the right, she's kind of useless. Simply put, there's a huge slam coming in there.
Oh, huge shatter. What is going on? Okay, never mind. We saw something there.
Well, huge slam coming in. It's an M Matrix thrown in there for good measure. Croissant, responsive one, gets nothing.
Deadpool is, you know, showing his dominance as a McCree here, but his picks aren't always capitalized upon.
Yeah, I mean, the fights are ticking so quickly. But it's a Giga counter that by the time Deadpool gets those picks, his team is already half dead. Well, Terex has control of this high ground. We've been matched by Ampha on the Orisa on the other side.
Exil still wants to go for this.
Oh, he's trying.
He's denied because Bubble Kitty can now punish with that huge blizzard. Exil maybe might be throwing here. I don't know.
But that's the second time he's gone for it today.
Yeah, and I think Bubble Kitty, you know, he trained his Exil senses. You know, he recognizes that Exil wants to do this, but he denies it.
And more than that, he saw there was no mech on the side of Giga Counter, just throws the blizzard out there, gets everyone. It's pretty clean and cheap fight win.
He responded very well to that, yeah.
Well, NU is just taking the time to decide how they want to approach this fight. Fighting under the cuts. It's a nice high noon from far away. That's a great wall.
Wants the high noon here. Wall, a good wall, and Captain S managed to get nothing here. Thanks to Bubble Kitty, but a bomb comes out from Exil, gets no one. Meanwhile, Alex charges in, kills Deadpool. Xenofly manages to wreck easy clap. Captain S gets Xenofly out of mech though. Exil. But Asparagus uses Death Blossom, kills Bubble Kitty, and Orisa falls shortly after. Croissant dying. I think that's a reset on the side of Verify Car Park here, but the card is being stalled by Claire. That's a big stagger, but
I think that fight all kicks off with like a really good matrix from Easy Clap on Giga Counter. Just covers the entirety of the high ground and forces the tank from Barrier Free Kabak to drop. And from there, the advantage goes the way of NUS. So, oh, it's a bomb on Current.
Oh, but he manages to get deny some space here as Deadpool kills off Alex. Asparagus though punishes Xenofly. That's fine. Sneaky flank.
To the back.
And Caramel sees it though. Both Reapers, sorry, Bubble Kitty swaps to my favorite hero Hanzo. Gets no one, but that's a huge pick on Captain S.
Yep, Caramel's headache-inducing sensitivity right there. Controlling the high ground here.
But makes it really hard for the Hanzo to snipe him.
Oh, that's true, but the spawns don't favor NUS, and it looks like eventually they will go for the reset. Do get a cut all the way to the end of point B, so that's a start. It's not too bad.
Might I say that Ampha is playing Orisa now, so it opens up a lot of opportunities for NTU to push this.
Now the spam damage from Orisa's primary fire is just going to help them win the shield war.
And open charger.
Yeah, they are taking this long-ranged poke battle, right? They're not fighting the Reinhardt at close range. Oh, sneaky speed high noon, I think that was. Doesn't get anything, gets defense matrix.
Oh, but he got the Ant Matrix.
Yeah, that's the other matrix.
And Deadpool managed to kill one Easy Clap. And that's a huge stun. But Exil managed to find two. Captain S stuns Deadpool. Now it's only Bubble Kitty. Can he do something? Oh, he misses that shot. How could you miss that shot, Bubble Kitty? It's a free headshot. Oh.
Well, yeah, I mean that's a really good sequence of ultimates coming on right there.
He does have his dragon though.
Yeah, and well, at this point does favor probably Hanzo a bit more, and more to the point, it does favor the Orisa a bit more.
Yes,
it's longer range, open sightlines. It's hard for Reinhardt based composition to close the gap very effectively, especially into the shield damage provided by a Hanzo. Here comes the dragon.
Here comes an early dragon. That's a good combo, but doesn't find anyone. However, Ampha manages to block half of that shatter. And Telex, the shield dropping dangerously low in front of an Ant Matrix. They can punish this now. Croissant managed to kill Telex right there. They're all fighting around this Ant Matrix. Ant Matrix finally goes down. Caramel gets spooked off the map, but he can recover. Everyone's trying to focus Caramel.
Oh, no.
Bubble Kitty managed to get the kill.
Yeah, it's a great matrix. It's a great M matrix. Middle of the fight, everyone sort of used their abilities, their resources. No DM left, no shield left. And you just pop this matrix for a ton of damage. So, NUS will not swap to match the Orisa.
Yeah, and this is really good for Hanzo because Orisa is just a free headshot charger. Deadpool goes into... Oh, he managed to get a nice headshot in Caramel. Deadpool manages to kill off Easy Clap at the high noon. And it will be Barrier Free Kabak yet again. Managing to hold this. I don't know why they wouldn't stagger Exil, but...
Well, the edge of them is pretty close, so not much benefit to be gained right there. Slightly low on ultimates for Barrier Free Kabak. They have the M Matrix coming up pretty soon. That will be up in a couple of seconds. The Death Blossom ready to go for Giga Counter, and lots of space that can be bought with this Deadeye.
Ooh, but he gets
Xenofly
by Xenofly, but that cost him his life. No matter though. Oh, wait, no, Caramel responsive barrier, but Asparagus still goes down. I think the barrier didn't catch him as Deadpool kills him, but Easy Clap kills Ampha.
Very scrappy from long range. Both sides just poking, but eventually Giga Counter will find a way to push the card forward.
I don't know if they should still fight this with 2 men down.
I don't know if they can get out.
Dangerously low. Bubble Kitty
gets
a nice kill on Asparagus right there. And with that, they can push this. And Bubble Kitty making me proud on the Hanzo. Oh, but a almost big bomb. Captain S kills Ampha. Xenofly manages to take down Captain S. Xeno still on Baby Diva, but still big impact. Fortunately, he gets down. Deadpool knows he's there. That's a nice splitting dragon right there. Managed to kill Caramel. And with Caramel gone, that's most of the healers gone for the side of Giga Counter. Deadpool Deadpool clean headshots on Asparagus, and with that, Barefree Cloudprop holds this.
And the payload is just stuck in such an awkward spot, right? And like in that little archway, it's so difficult to push past it. Both teams making good use of the cover afforded by the payload. You know, if you get a bit low, just walk behind it, duck behind cover. And as a result, that fight went on for so long. So scrappy, both teams struggling to stabilize. But in the end, no, it's spawn advantage, definitely in favor of defenders. Havana third point, not an easy one to complete at all. And Barefree Car Park will pull through and stop the card from reaching the end of Havana.
Yeah, this might be good. I mean, for Bubble Kitty, if he plays Hanzo again, because you can really just shoot down that arc, or just really just shoot down in this long hallway, and people will just walk into your arrows for free.
Yeah, you can't punish the Hanzo. He just does so much sustained damage, especially in the hands of a skilled operator.
Bubble Kitty is definitely skilled, man. He's everything but unskilled. Anything
Yeah,
we've seen
absolutely.
this whole match. Both teams know that they want to hold close to spawn.
Yeah, it's the turn of Giga Counter to try this close hold with the Reaper and the Mei. That typically goes a bit better for them than if it did for the side of Barefree Car Park.
They know. Nice D9s on the DMs right there. A wall goes down to split, but Ampha takes the first casualty on Caramel. Oh, but as I say that, Ampha is frozen, somehow lives though, thanks to the Immortality Field. Bubble Kitty going Pharah. Cleans easy clap, and this is really good, really smart, because there's no one to contest that Pharah as of yet. And it's only poor Lord
stall
on the point, and yeah, that was pretty good.
Oh, it's a great adaptation, like you said. Pharah can be so free. She's got that roof, of course, to duck behind for cover at all times, and no hit scans at that point in time for the side of defenders.
Now Captain S is swapping to a McCree, but is that enough for Bubble Kitty, who already has 70% ult charge?
It's gonna put some pressure on the Pharah, but it's unlikely to kill the Pharah outright, right? And it goes on the flank. Oh, catches! Easy climb,
almost. But you see, there's not a lot of things that NUS can respond with now, because you got a threat in the air and a threat, you know, on the ground.
Yeah, but Nexo tries to contest at high ground. He does knock, I think, Deadpool away from that. It's perched on the high ground. The Immortal is off pretty early from the side of Giga Counter, and they will invest the M Matrix to go along with it.
Zeno going with that bomb like it's nothing, but gives space for Deadpool, both the DPS to clean the backline, and with that backline, NTU can finally push in right now. And that's a clean shot on Captain S. Oh, he knows.
Oh, that'll do.
The Sixth Sense kicking in yet again.
And Giga Counter never really took that control of the point. You saw Barefree Car Park had Pharah in the skies, they had Deadpool on Cree on the high ground to the right, and they had definitely the better positioning and the better space control at the end of point A right there. So early high ground setup for Ampha on the Orisa. You see, of course, Giga Counter will want to match that, taking up the high ground here as well. Captain S,
Captain S dies, and they can push in on this. A Shatter goes down, connects with nothing. Death Blossom at the back, Deadpool gets res to die again, but Xenofire kills Captain S, but it's kind of a Hail Mary at this point. Giga Counter successfully holds this, and still manages to push a little bit. Xenofire
100 different ultimates used right there. She had the Deadeye, the Death Blossom, everything into the back off of the, seeing that the M Matrix, or rather that the Immortality Field was down for the side of NTU, and it's just pushed forward and all press Q. So they get the fight win, but it was pretty expensive. Asparagus on the flank right here. Oh, the Orisa is in trouble.
Bubble Kitty swaps to Hanzo but dies. Claire kills Easy Clap, but Exil finds a early kill on Bubble Kitty. And yeah, although M Matrix was used, it will be Giga Counter yet again who reigns dominant.
Yeah, and this is so smart from the side of Giga Counter, right? You're playing against Orisa, you're playing against a lot of shield spam and shield damage. So what you just hold a choke with the Reinhardt, and you don't let them walk out into any sort of open space. You don't let them, have the time to poke away at your shields. It's a bit of a late kill onto Claire on the Lucio.
Early pick on Claire.
Well,
Well, early or late, yeah. I mean,
yeah,
that's
very early,
nonetheless.
perhaps. That's true, either way. So, well, no, not holding close to time for NUS, and NTU will walk the payload through this initial phase of the distillery. Nice app matrix coming
Here
in.
comes an M matrix, and yet again, Barrowfree car park getting stopped here. Oof! Nice headshot there, Bubble Kitty. That's how you do it. Oh, Bubble Kitty.
Well, this
I
is the
can
problem.
feel those adrenaline all the way from the
This is the
seat,
problem if you are on the defending side.
man. That is how you headshot people, man. Bubble Kitty is
Yeah.
showing us the way.
And look at all
Dragon
the
to-
space.
Yeah,
Look at all
Dragon
the space that
sitting in
NTU
space
has
here. Asparagus going for the cheeky flank. Maybe can get a huge death blossom here, but as Captain S pops his ult. Oh, he's aiming. Oh, he tanks that actually. That is, you know, what?
Ooh,
How did that
wow.
bomb not kill him? Either way, player dangerously low. Xenofly was low. He
Yeah,
gets
that's-
out of mech, but he manages to kill Telex in his baby form, I think. Ooh, that's a huge Death Blossom. He gets hooked up, kills Claire, Croissant, headshot, and headshot after headshot on the side of Barrowfree car park. Oh,
finally the
Xenofly
remake kill comes
the
in.
remake kill on Captain S. That's how you do it, say Xenofly to Exil.
Well, I mean, what an absolute clown PS fight. It's not over. It's the recontest
It's
coming
not
through.
over, but as the respawns keep coming in and Enfield
What?
and Matrix is invested, don't know how that was useful, but NUS is slowly getting staggered out, and NTU will eventually get this point at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That's more than NUS had in their run.
But it's a decent attempt at a stall from NUS. Even dropped the Amp Matrix, but yeah, they were never going to win that fight. All 6 members, I think, for Barrowfree Car Park eventually getting back there and stabilizing. So yeah, 2.5 minutes, now 2.25 minutes. Not the biggest time bank in the world.
Ooh,
And-
Exil gets the early kill.
Deadpool gets cut out, and look, and yes, they're going to push the advantage. You're going to go forward with the M Matrix, and NTU very wisely just back off right to their spawn. No need to take any chances.
Yeah, this is
you know.
fine for NTU.
Yeah, they're not giving out much space anyway. They just reset and go again.
He knew when he was gonna. Oh, big
A
shatter!
massive shatter!
Big shatter on the side of Mantha here, dominating. Showing that MTD right there, and a little bit of secondary tank difference. Ooh, Xenofly.
Nice tracking.
Honestly, most players on the side of NTU have this sense. They know where people are gonna walk, you know?
Oh, that's a bit of a stack. Oh, somehow the McCree gets out alive. And, you know, I think Exo 8, the dragon coming through from Bubble Kitty there, if not the follow-up to the shadow, could have been much, much worse for the side of NUS. But
Bubble
it
Kitty
is one
swapping
last
to
fight
Tracer.
here. Yeah, over to the Tracer, getting back to the fight more quickly. Going for that brawly style of, you know, of team
NTU
fighting.
wants to close this with the bomb on the. Oh, catches Captain S, but Captain S picks up his counterpart here. Exil, dangerously low. The sound barrier. Oh, hopped on the side of NTU. Asparagus cleaving through Empha, but with Telex and both Ryans going down.
That's a beautiful
And that's
shadow.
kind of a weird overlay. It's all good.
Oh,
Asparagus.
good. Yeah, fight still going on. I mean,
Oh, Asparagus manages to hold this.
and
Captain S now
M
stopping the
Matrix.
Hanzo.
That M Matrix did so much work for Croissant. Very nearly won the fight, but the shadow just come through. It was absolutely critical that it connected, and it did. And it
We're
just
now
brought,
heading into last fight territory.
yeah, last fight territory. Captain S on the hunt. Oh, what a pick.
Oh, swap
So messy.
that. Snipes are croissant. Oh, Bubble Kitty gets the kill at Captain S, but unfortunately at the side of NTU, after players are down.
Oh, they're chasing someone. They're chasing the Tracer. It's the Tracer. going to
Yeah,
fall.
they are chasing Tracer.
Oh, but this is such a good job for Bubble Kitty. Can he stay alive? Oh, he's on 1
Oh.
HP recalls.
He manages to hold and draw attention away from the cart. Xenofly can touch this,
There's
but
no
an
mid
Matrix
support
down.
left. Oh, Barrowfree Car Park.
Deadpool can kill Caramel.
Another
but,
massive shadow from Telex.
Unfortunately, NTU gets stomped by that
Oh,
Matrix.
that was such an
Oh,
amazingly
what a
close
close game.
final map on Havana. Yeah, I mean that was fantastic to watch. So many clutch plays coming through at the end. The Tracer stalling for time, somehow stays alive with the entire team chasing her. As we see a play of the game coming through, Captain S on the McCree.
Oh, that's a nice clean double headshot there.
On the flank.
Dev Blossom. Oh, managed to get 2. Oof.
And what's to say? You know, that was amazing. Though that last fight was so close, was so tense. I think it started right when Telex hit a fire strike through an Matrix, took out +1 on the Moira. You know, there goes your main source of healing if you're Barefree Car Park. And from then on, you know, some attempted clutch plays coming in from Barefree Car Park. They get some kills back, but the Shadow at the end just cleans everyone up. And wow, what a map. You know, we thought it was going to be a great match, but it was.
Wow, never ceases to amaze us. These two teams clashing.
Yeah, and no, let's have a look at some replays from that last map. 1 minute? Okay. Need a bit of time to set that one up. You know, yeah, there are so many fantastic plays that we need some time to pick the best ones.
Yeah. But those are just there were good plays all around. Predominantly though by Bubble Kitty, but Captain S, you know, stepping up and just clicking. Was it clicking hits? Yeah, it was clicking hits.
On the McCree, yes.
And McCree. Oof, shutting them down, shutting NTU down.
And you know, some big name players, of course, Bubble Kitty and Xenofly and Deadpool on the side of NTU. But NUS showing that they have the players to match the star power on the side of NTU's first team. And you know, in an incredibly close match, they take it's a mini reverse sweep, I suppose, 2-1. Here in the second round of our group stage matches, and they set themselves up very nicely for qualification to our playoff matches tomorrow.
Again, it's not over for NTU because they can still win it back, especially with that high level gameplay. I'm pretty sure the next few matches won't be as difficult, maybe?
I mean, they did have to forfeit the first map, remember? So they are actually down 0-2 in the standing. So it's a bit you know, closer than they would like now. If they lose another map, they are out for sure. So another match, rather, not map. So a bit dicey for NTUA.
We're gonna see some tank gameplay coming up right about soon in a bit.
Yeah, I mean, of course, the tanks. You know, we talk so much about the DPS, right? But we see some interesting, you know, dynamics between the tanks on both teams. Do you pick the Reinhardt or do you pick the Orisa? Do you want that, you know, that long range spam damage? Do you want to take that close range brawl, you know, right in your enemy's face? And of course, the D.Va has such a crucial role to play, right? Eating damage with these huge bombs. No shortage of really nice self-destructs here today, from both sides, of course. And the slams coming through from Telex at the end, just, it's so critical, so crucial. There's one here, there's one earlier on as well, I believe, that really swung the fight in NUS's favor.
Primal Rage. Really the enablers in this game. Like,
yeah, no doubt.
As a DPS player, like, I understand you can't do much if your tanks are like that bad, but here, the tanks are just like kind of giving that advantage for the DPS to really shine. It's like, you know, the tanks are supporting the weight of the DPS on their shoulders.
Yeah, absolutely. You need that space to function, and you know, you can't pop up if you don't have space. Of course, the DPS really working to create space for themselves to pop up as well. So yeah, well, that's 2 rounds of our group stages complete. Coming up next, we have 2 teams that we haven't seen before. Tampines Poly against Dover Poly, neither of which are actual schools that exist in Singapore. But Tampines Poly is, of course, Temasek Polytechnic, and Dover Poly is Singapore Polytechnic. So, you know, you might recognize some of the players that we're going to see there. But yeah, we'll go for a quick 1-minute break, and when we come back, we'll hop right in to the next match. Welcome back from the break. Bet you didn't notice we sneakily added a few more minutes to that 1 minute of break time. I don't know. I've never seen that on the Overwatch League broadcast before, so I don't know where we got the idea for that. Anyway, we're back. The two polytechnics will be battling it out in this next round. As we mentioned before, some new teams, new faces, some new playstyles that will potentially come along with that.
Yeah, we've never seen these two teams come out in a semi-professional setting before. So it'll be very interesting to see what the team comps are like, or like what are they thinking, what's running through their minds, with players who are all from their own school or institution. And I was actually fooled by the name. I actually thought that Tampines Polytechnic was an actual thing.
Oh no. Well, there is a Tampines Junior College. Used to be. But
yeah,
not a polytechnic. And there's never Tampines Polytechnic.
Yeah.
I guess they thought it would be pretty funny to fool the unsuspecting viewer or caster. Yeah, well, so let's take a look at the players for Tampines Polytechnic. Yes, imaginary school. The first of our two imaginary schools today.
And Pines.
Well, so Arexis, not an unfamiliar name in the PEC community. The organizer and the admin of one of the servers, the Overwatch servers for the Pacific region, the admins for some of the previous tournaments that we've seen. Well, he's here today as a player, team captain for Tampines Polytechnic, leading the charge. Astronaut will be his tank partner for today. I believe Arexis is the main tank, Astronaut's the off tank. I really don't know how you read that name. MTHCSPRT?
Mythic Sport.
Mythic Sport. No, that's a very good catch. Let's call it Mythic then. For brevity's sake. And Gamonic on the DPS role as well. And finally Ludicium and Juning Cake will be the support for this team.
Be really interesting. I've never seen these players before, I don't think. I don't know. It'll be really interesting to see, again, them play in the semi-professional setting that we've set here.
Will they run meta? Will they run off meta? Something different? That would be pretty interesting to check out.
I always thought Gamonix was a support player.
Oh, was he?
But, I don't know.
Well, we've seen him around in scrims a few times, this past week on DPS. So, if he was a support player before, hopefully he's well acquainted with the DPS role this time around. Well, let's have a look at their opponents. Dover Poly, the second of our imaginary schools. Ooh. So don't be fooled by the name of Syria. It's actually Lumi, who's playing as the tank and the captain for Singapore Poly, alongside Scare7 on the main tank. Chroma and Little Skite on the DPS roles, and Apple and Nibarino will be the supports.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a run-ins of Schizovan, so he, seems to be okay, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, no, I think he can definitely MTD this, maybe, what they said in chat, but we will only find out.
Well, yeah, keep me updated on the chat. Well, let's take a look at the map pool. As we mentioned before, it's another series of new maps that we haven't seen before. Kicking things off on Busan, control map, as always. Again, a very different map, right, from Lijiang and from Ilios that we've seen before. Mecha Base, definitely somewhere you can run Rush, but also options for long-range hit scan. Downtown, the one that you're seeing in this little shot, it's got a little train area that you can get booped off to if you're not careful, and this high ground that overlooks the point. Controlling that can be so important. And of course, there is also Sanctuary, right? The scene of a pretty infamous match that we had last year. That was pretty fun to watch.
5 minute hold.
Yeah, well, I think casting was a little not up to par then. But anyway, let's hope that if it happens again this time, we can do it justice.
All right, we can definitely do this justice. But can they hold this for 5 minutes? That is the question.
That is the question indeed. If we get any more 5 minute long team fights, we may actually end the stream at 2 a.m. today. I would like some sleep, but I would also like some fantastic gameplay. So let's just see which of the two it is. Kicking things off, not on Sanctuary, but on Mecha base.
This is a really interesting map here. We have small corners, nice chokes, and pretty constricted map, except for the point. So we'll see how they play out, how each team plays out here.
Well, little Skite showing the Doomfist, which would be, I mean, we haven't seen much Doomfist today, but at the same time, not at all surprising on this map. Oh, never mind. Swapping with the Sim for that really quick rollout. And Japanese Poly on the other hand sticking with this Lucio. Oh, where is Junicake?
Oh yeah, where's Junicake?
Picked a hero. Might have some problems there. You don't want to take the side without the Moira.
Maybe he's throwing, we don't know. Pay to win.
Oh,
win trading? Yeah,
nice spray there.
There might be some issues here.
Yeah, Dover Poly must be so confused. Of course, we can't see the chat, so we don't know what they're typing in there. And it is
we gotta pause this match.
Well, that's a bit unfortunate.
A player AFK!
No.
The first time in tournament history, really, Japanese Poly showing up with an explosive start with the player AFK.
Yeah, well, maybe just a bit too nervous. Maybe his internet died on him. And you know, they're just covering for him. But in any case,
maybe there's a bit of a mental mind game going on here. He wants to make Dover Poly think he's win trading. We never know.
maybe. Yeah, both of these teams, you know, pretty strong on paper. I think they've been doing pretty decently in scrims all this time. So they've got a good shot of making it through to the top four, both of these teams. Well,
here the map has changed.
Yeah, it's on downtown now. I think we had a bit of a remake. Junicake appears to have loaded in this time, hopefully. Yeah, there you go, on the Moira, as we'd expect. Well, the map may be different, maybe a different point, but both teams still showing the same comps as before.
Well, there are some variations. I think that Mythic... actually, I think it's not Mythic Sport, it's Mythic Spirit. It feels more like Mythic Spirit. But anyways, Mythic Spirit is going on to a Sombra now, whereas Little Skite and Roma is going with Free and Doom.
Yep, quick TP out the gates for Japanese Poly. Come on, we'll go back over to the Symmetra. And, well, SP really are showing us the Doomfist. Well, yeah, a very explosive hero as... Oh, here comes the engage from Japanese Poly. Well kited at the moment from Dover Poly.
Skizavan, I think hacked, Oh wait, no, sorry. Yeah, Skizavan is hacked. Oh, Little Skite with that explosive double kill on a support and DPS. And it will be Dover Poly that actually is coming out on top here. Despite Skizavan going down early. What happened there?
Well, Japanese Poly has absolutely nothing to stop the Doomfist apart from the Sombra, right? So if the Hex on cooldown, or if you interrupt it, with a bit of, you know, poke damage from the Kree, from the Batiste, from Zara even, the Doomfist can absolutely wreak havoc. You know, anywhere on the front line, in the back line, get the DPS of Japanese Poly. And so, you know, they would definitely have to be very careful with how they engage, with how they approach this fight, and, you know, put themselves in position to where it's harder for the Doomfist to have his way.
Chroma opening up with an early High Noon, gets two on Gunmonic and Artist, and with that, Dover Poly can actually just casually, you know, win this fight. Little Skite
well,
punching Ludicom as if nothing.
The somebody takes speed High Noon because Chroma was just absolutely flying around the corner right there. I think Tempted probably thought they kited it sufficiently, and then realized, oh crap, there's a McCree looking at us. So
no, I think their tank line was split, I think, maybe? Like, because he actually swiveled around to get the people on the left to the right.
Oh, Little Skite's caught out. What? Oh, that's a massive fire strike. How does they get two?
Skizavon 2, but Gamonic responds with a Death Blossom and Apple. Sadly though, he falls to Chroma, and right now Arxis beating all charge on the Monkey.
Dover Poly looking strong. That, yeah, you know, as we said, the first pick going over to Tampines Poly with the Coalescence engage, but the clapback just way too strong from Dover Poly. Now Mythic has this EMP almost ready to go.
Mythic has been scouted. That's a big scout from Zarya right now. And Diva is stunned. Yeah, but I mean,
it's over.
Yeah, say what I might, but slowly and surely, Tampines Poly players are just trickling in and just dying. Really reminiscent of the first match.
Yeah, I mean, Tampines Poly knew, right, that they had to get that EMP up, and they definitely needed that as their engagement too. But you know, the burst damage onto the Sombra once they scouted Mythic out, it's just so immense. He just probably couldn't press E in time. And as a result, you know, the rest of SP just rushes forward with speed boost, you know, fronted by the Reinhardt, and they just run over the more fragile composition of Tampines Poly. So it's a very convincing start for Dover Poly. We'll see if Tampines Poly can make some adjustments.
3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Once
And
again,
adjustments have not been made.
well, yeah, it's still the same compositions from the exact same compositions from both sides. The early engage. Oh, Arxis is so low. He's in trouble.
Arxis gets first picked, and Little Sky can just now punch in the Juni Cake. And with your tank and your healer down, I believe that should be a regroup. Little Sky dancing with Gamonics there. Skizavon managing to find 2 more kills with a Fire Strike and a swing.
Yep, and you know, we did sort of see the Winston for Tampines Poly jump in pretty much alone. No follow-up from the rest of his team. The Reaper wasn't really there to pump in the supplementary damage. The Diva not quite there with the defense matrix either, and he just falls. So a bit more coordination needed from Tampines Poly, especially running this composition. It's a nice hack onto the Doomfist. They will get the kill.
Yeah, but Arxis dies yet again to Apple. And with the, I mean, between the main tank and the Doom, I still think that Tampines Poly cannot fight it, and especially with the grab coming on. Yeah, this seems worse and worse for Tampines Poly here, as each of the members continue to be staggered.
Yeah, and the thing is, you cannot take an extended fight like that if you are Tampines Poly, right? You cannot stand in the in the choke on one side of the choke, just staring at your opponents, hoping to outpoke them, because you can't. A Sombra and a Reaper into McCree and a really high charge Zarya. You know, the Rhine comp is always going to win. So this engagement needs to be a lot quicker from the side of Tampines Poly. And
ooh, speed boost finds nothing, but Arxis dies yet again. This time to Chroma. Ooh, nice recover there from Gamonics. Skizavon dangerously low, but still manages to pick up Lunicum and Gamonics. Skizavon saved by the chin of his, or something, I don't know. Skin of his teeth, dude.
Skin of his teeth, yeah. Well, 82% counting. 5 ultimates on the board for Tampines Poly, but can they get a proper usage of the EMP, because the Shadow, oh my lord.
Mythic Spirit. How is Asura finding these? Not even on Diva, but on Zarya.
No way that happened. Yeah, that was quite... Must have some sort of sixth sense there to spot Sombra. But without the EMP, it comes in a bit late. Nothing really off that.
Wait a minute though. Tampines Poly is finding this flip. Not a 5-minute hold, but they somehow flipped it. I was looking
I have no idea how that happened, I have to say. They lost to Sombra early, and then
we were calling it.
We were calling it.
We're actually calling it.
That is a surprise. That really
we were talking about how bad Sombra was until...
Yeah, they did invest 5 ultimates into that. So, Dover Poly, not too many ultimates on their side. They did use the barrier. They did use the Graviton Surge into that fight as well. So, maybe a bit of a dry fight for both teams.
But Chroma does have his ult, and Arxis dangerously low gets punished. Oh, by Nibarino. And early Immortality Field, Chroma finds 2 on the high noon, and a Sound Barrier has been popped. Although not necessarily needed, but maybe just to keep in this fight. Coalescence is popped on the side of Tempene's Poly. Demonic, I think, tries to desperately do a Death Blossom here, but can't find anyone. And Arxis joins each of the members of Tempene's Poly, joining at staggered times, and just like that, Dover Poly toying with Lucio a bit there.
And again, you know,
and they cannot touch this. That's a nice
for real
uppercut.
this time around. They don't get a cap, and again, Tempene's Poly just allow Dover Poly to walk up to them, you know, in the open and take the fight, and you cannot let that happen if you're running this Winston and Lucio Moira comp. You really have to take the early fight. You really have to look to split your opponents up. As we see a Graviton Surge come in. Oh,
that is a big tree.
And that explains how the Fire Strike got 2. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big catch on the backline there.
I was so surprised. I thought that must have been through an M Matrix, but you know, the assist from the BEP didn't appear. So I was thinking how one Fire Strike caught 2, but it was a grab. And yeah, a bit of an insane clutch at the end of Sanctuary for Tempene's Poly. But apart from that, it was the Dover Poly show. Very strong so far. They're playing this Rhine comp very well, understanding where to fight, where to engage, you know, where to play on the map for the composition to be the most effective. The Sombra on the other side didn't really do much to stop the Doomfist. And yeah, overall, pretty clean and pretty one-sided map on Busan.
You know how I was talking about tanks really making that space and everything? And this time it seemed more like the DPS of Tempene's Poly was trying to, you know, carry the tanks on their shoulders, but there's really not a lot you can do. If your tanks, you know, are questionable, then you're going to lead to gameplays like that. Because Arxis just kept dying on the, like, every single fight. He was the first to die. I think even before the fight started, he just fell to, I think, every member of Dover Poly. Like, each member of the Dover Poly was just taking turns to kill him. And I think that's a bit of a weird champ right there.
Yeah, and Mystic on the Sombra also getting caught out quite a few times. So maybe the communication not quite there on the side of Tempene's Poly in that first map. Not really engaging at the same timings, maybe a bit staggered in some instances. But either way, let's see if they can pull it back. You know, this composition, we know it works. You've seen it work pretty often. So we have to see if they can then put it back in this next map. We're going to go for a quick break, and we'll come back to you with map 2. Well, we're back from quick break. I think our teams are almost ready to get the second map underway. It will be Hollywood. You know, a pretty interesting map. Allows for a variety of strategies. Obviously, the streets phase of Hollywood, so much high ground surrounding the point, And having control of the high ground is so important to winning fights there. Point A, you can see anything from double bubble to double shield to a Lucio Moira rush to just a standard Reinhardt rush. And of course, point 3 does sort of favor the Reinhardt compositions a bit more. So yeah, we'll see what the teams pull out and any mid-map adaptations that they may choose to make, should there be any.
Yeah, there is a lot of high ground if they can make it past the first point. But even on the first point, you know, Widow can just perch up there in the ledge top. It's also a very popular Pharah map. So, you know, we'll really see what interesting compositions that each team will play here.
Yep, I'm interested to see, of course, if you're going to run the Reaper Sombra stuff, you can absolutely work here on Hollywood, especially point A. You know, it's a fairly small and enclosed map. You can get yourself up on the high ground, drop down on your opponent, and the Sombra can camp up there, get some good hacks off. So it can absolutely work. But of course, if you're going to run a Doomfist, you could just punch his way up there, cause some trouble. So we'll see what both teams choose to run.
And you actually called it. Yeah, they are playing Reaper Sombra, and Arxis and Astronaut is again on the Winston Diva. So hopefully, you know, the tank lines can perform much better here because they can just jump away and onto safety on this ledge here that we're seeing the observers highlight. And
Astronaut just destroying some of the furniture up there.
Classic Overwatch toxic behavior. See furniture, punch it away.
Still toxic. Well, here we go. It's the the exact same composition. Nothing much to say from both teams once again.
Ooh, nice rollout by Little Sky. Already punching his way onto the high ground there. Ludicum has to be careful. He cannot take this Doomfist 1v1.
Yeah, but having a Doomfist up here is so scary. You never know when it's going to drop on you already. First kill comes.
Chroma gets the first kill on Gamonix, and Arx is dangerously low yet again. But this time, Astronaut is there to help him. But as you stated, Skizvan just charges into him. And Little Sky can now find out for Dream Cake. Mythic Spirit just downed by the rest of the team. Assyria, a real powerhouse here. Just shielding his team and dishing out the damage. And that is a fast cap from Nova Poly.
Well, at least Tempe's Poly do get control of this high. Oh no, going for a quick engage. Here we go.
I mean, yeah, they did overcommit there, and they can actually push this. But Astronaut just feeding all charge right now to the Assyria. But they do manage to hold this point.
And that's actually a great spot by the side of Tempe's Poly. You see the Reinhardt a little bit isolated in, you know, in that little corridor.
Huge grab. But Assyria gets punished for that. But Skizafan yet again with that double fire strike.
And these fights are so quick, right? Like, you know, Assyria just spots a few out of position members from Tempe's Poly, just presses Q and yells at the rest of the team, you know, to follow up. And he gets his life up in the process. Well, I assume he's yelling at comms. Right, and then everyone just runs around the corner, and Skizafan just gets 2 with the fire strike. So that was so quick, so nicely done from Nova Poly.
Now this is a battle of the high grounds here, but EMP does come in. It's kind of big, but the response sound barrier comes, and ooh, Astronaut finding a big bomb. I guess Skizafan's back was turned to it, allowing the rest of his team to die. Arxis trying to get this clean up here. Dangerously low yet again, but they can tagger this Diva. Weird champ, and they're just gonna let him leave and walk to spawn.
That's not the worst idea. Spawn's pretty far away, and you know that's good thinking from Tempe's Poly, right? You see the barrier countering the EMP, so you just counter bomb. Well, no one has the defensive abilities, but already Juni Kick falls on a Moira. This is a big problem if you're running a Lucio Moira competition.
Their main healer is down, but they do have Ludicum's sound barrier, and it's a matter of when he's gonna use it, as Gamonix is dangerously low. Ludicum falls with the sound barrier. I don't think they want to contest this. Nibarino just punches the Sombra. Gamonix is the only one finding the pick here, getting a kill in Apple. The cart is not moving, but they are holding straight and close to their spawn. I don't know how they're gonna walk out of this with Skizafan holding their spawn just like that.
Well, they do have 2 support outs to push with, and you'll probably see Tempe's Poly push out with a speed boost and a coalescence. but they've got to watch the shadow from Skizavan. Nothing to block it, of course.
TP could still go on this because half the team is gone, but Skizavan, as I say this, gets a huge shatter. However, Soundbearer is already popped. Oh, Australia answers with his own triple Diva bomb. And that's like their whole support line gone. Oh, Echelon manages to find a kill in Apple, but he just dies to Skizavan.
Yeah, I think off the back of the shadow, the bomb just gets so much value, right? No one can run away from it, all on the floor. So, nice trading with ultimates from both sides. The barriers coming up from Temple's Poly, definitely very useful for sustaining the defending team in that fight. But eventually, you know, the shadow onto a team without any sort of a shield, too much to handle.
Yeah, and Little Sky now is trying to deny the high ground. I don't know how this will work out. That's a big EMP on the side of Temple's Poly onto Dover Poly. Ludicum manages to find a kill onto their tank, but it will be Dover Poly that will be flipping this still. Chroma getting 2 picks, one on the backline, one on their DPS. Still struggling to find a kill here. Astronaut managed to shut down Chroma, but as I said, that Osiria managed to pick up Ludicum here. A Diva Bomb is popped, and Lil Sky is still trying to fight this. Lil Sky is not right now.
I don't know how Dover Poly keeps turning these fights where they go down 1 or even 2 people at the beginning. It's just, I suppose the clutch factor coming from the DPS is so strong. You know, they're running Reinhardt, Winston. This comp isn't supposed to work, but it's working. Oh, they've found some people in tight corridor.
Oh, Asteria popped his primal, and you don't want to be in that corridor. Asteria's just bullying Sombra now, and now bullying Diva. Diva is out of mech. There's not a lot he can do right now, and Ludicum is just trying to desperately stall this card. Chroma popped his ult, but he cannot find anyone as of yet. He's still trying to. Oh, never mind. He finds Ludicum. Demonic.
Oh, can't find a shot.
Yeah, high ground. Oh, finds 2. That could be big on the side of Tampines Poly. Nibarino pops his ult finally, but slowly but surely, Dover Poly is getting those picks required to flip this part, and this is kind of like a Hail Mary, and oof. With 2 minutes and almost 30 seconds on the time bank, Dover Poly caps this.
That is a great time. That's a great time to cap with. Yeah, honestly, Dover Poly, their players are just absolutely popping off. Playing together as a unit, you know, they aren't overextending, and to the credit of Tampines Poly, you do see them trying to take these early engagements, you know, trying to EMP in spots where it's beneficial to them, trying to sequence their support ultimates correctly. But at the moment, Dover Poly just operating as such a well-oiled machine. Everyone's sticking together so nicely, moving around the map together, controlling all the important positions on the map. And at the moment, just a bit too much for Tampines Poly to handle.
Indeed. It's not like, you know, it's not like TP can't find an answer to this. It's just that Osiria, you know, somehow, as an off tank, he's being more of a DPS, and then Chroma is just left unchecked, I feel. He can just like somehow randomly find those key picks. And now finally, Tampines Poly is going to mirror them in a way. The only difference being a Demonic on Reaper while Little Sky is on Doom.
Yep, giving up on the Sombra experiment, going with a more traditional Rushish sort of comp with the McCree and the Reaper. It's going to be a bit harder to split this comp apart now, I think. The sustained healing from the Batiste is just going to keep the tanks alive through these rotations. Through these prolonged engagements, fighting a
triple get the high ground here.
Very early immortality field from Junicate.
Oh, but it'll be Skizavan who finds that fire strike. Nice D9 there on the punch by Ludicum, and he's the only one who'll be escaping with his life right now. As and the Lucio try to kill him for that sweet stagger. Unfortunately, can't find it.
Yeah, that's a good bubble fire. Well, trying to push through this choke as a 6-man unit into a Doomfist might be a bit difficult if you are Tampines Poly. And yep, there we go. It's a nice intelligent rotation to get out with their lives. Oh, RX is almost false, but just about gets away with it. And now they're going to rotate behind the point through this cafe. And of course, Dover Poly knows what's coming. But now the high ground, oh, that's a very nice window. It's going to force Dover Party away from the point for the time being. Assyria, cheeky little Zarya flank.
Mythic Spirit finds the first kill on Little Sky, but Assyria answers back by killing Arxis. Assyria trying to kill this Reaper, and Reaper finds the pick with a little bit of help on by Astronaut, but it will be Dover Poly who will still, you know, manage to full hold this. In fact, Tampines Poly not even getting a single tick, and the ult charge, you know.
Yeah,
sorry,
Dover Poly, Dover Poly were just so quick to. It's a really nice window from Junie Cake, right? Covers the entire point, but Dover Poly just so quick to rotate away, kite it, and take the re-engagement from little, sneaky flank positions. And Gaboni gets caught out, gets rocked by Assyria, I believe.
Oh, that is not good. They're doing the exact same thing, trying to punish Little Sky here, and they finally do. But that forces an early immortality field. Arxis manages to charge into Apple. A grab is being used here, and Arxis and Astronaut, the tanks finally rising up to the challenge. Now there's only a McCree left, and McCree knows there's nothing he can do.
Yep, Accept hit the control button a couple of times.
Yeah.
Haven't seen that too many times on stream today. But a bit of recontest. Yeah, it's a 1v4. It's nothing much is going to happen with that. So Tampines Poly do get a cap. Look a bit better now actually after switching to the Reinhardt. The rotations, pretty good. Basically kiting those important locations that Dover Poly wants to fight in. But now Dover Poly has the setup. The double shield on this high ground. It's going to be very hard to force them away.
Oh no, that's not what you want to do. You've got half your team at the bottom.
1 HP.
Dangerously low. Immortality field, both sound barriers being forced out here, but it'll be Chroma. Even with the sound barrier managing to get a kill, but Demonic answers with his own Death Blossom. That is a flux. Catches no one. Chroma half, but still trying to fight this. Little Sky gets the kill on Astronaut, and Tampines Poly still can push this. Dover Poly trying to get the high ground here.
Yeah, I think slightly quicker spawn is going to come through from Tampines Poly, and Dover Poly know that, right? So they're going to back off ever so slightly, give up some of this high ground. Both teams staring at each other from across this chasm. As Astronaut, you don't really want to go walking across this bridge. It's not the best idea. Never mind. When you get some picks, that's exactly what you can do.
Juncake gets first pick, then Mythic Spirit gets slapped by their counterpart. Chroma kills Arxis, and yeah, slowly but surely, little by little, each member of Tampines Poly gets down.
Yep, and when you're trading poke damage from across this bridge, Sigma is so much better. He has the shield, he has ranged damage from the hyperspheres, and the Zarya really needs to get up close and personal to be effective. So they're gonna try something different. Tampines Poly just going to push the card, still low ground, bait the drop, here it comes.
Oh, that is a big shatter, but it only catches Assyria. However, in that engagement, Mythic Spirit dies to Little Sky. Demonic gets a kill on Skizafan, but is that enough? Astronaut answers back with a kill on Little Sky. Chroma still wants to push this, and Astronaut can still find the kills despite being pushed back. That's pretty impressive. But unfortunately, due to the number difference, yeah, Tampines Poly is still going to rotate back to spawn.
Yeah, and Dover Poly are just going to keep doing this. Both tanks, 2 shields up on the high ground.
Oh, that's a big flux. Catches 3. Chroma dies to Mythic Spirit before that sound barrier could be popped. And Ludicum dies to Chroma's High Noon. Slowly but surely, Chroma is chopping away at the whole team here. Yeah, Chroma.
You don't really want to give that high ground advantage, do you? Over to a McCree and a Sigma standing on the high ground, and a Baptiste, no less. So, Tampines Poly, maybe time to try something a little bit different. Instead of walking it down mid.
I have no idea what the Tampines Poly is trying to do. Maybe they're trying to bait them down, but it's exactly as you see right here. Yeah, they can just kind of shoot from above, and there's nothing that, Tampines Poly can do to respond to this.
But they've got it past this bridge now.
Oh, that is a big graph though on the side of Tampines Poly. Ooh, nice deny by Hysteria there. Gabonic uses his Death Blossom, finally gets the kill on Reno, and with that, they don't have a sound barrier. Oh wait, no, sound barrier was already popped, but even then, Tampines Poly charges through. That's pretty Good job by Tampines Poly.
Yeah, so many ultimates from both sides, and I think you called it, right? They're trying to bait this this Sigma to drop from the high ground, and when he has to drop and, you know, fighting for Ryan at the point blank range, he's way less effective, and it eventually works. Ultimates, everyone just pressing Q right there, but in the close range brawl, Tampines Poly's comp just a bit more effective, and they're gonna push. Oh, 4 people caught in the flag.
Oh, that's a big fuck yet again. Oh, and follow up by a shatter. Skizavan showing no mercy right here, as Osiria and Skizavan getting the kills, leading their team to victory there.
And Tampines Poly must have thought it was safe. You know, falling flags, everyone lands in the eye field. That's beautiful. And then the shatter comes through, and there's no more eye field left to keep them alive. But it's all right. They're coming back in with a shatter.
Yeah, they do have the good spawn here. And that is a big shatter on the side of Tampines Poly. But he gets stunned out of it, so no one can really capitalize on that. And Matrix goes down. This guy gets punched back. And with that Matrix, Astronaut goes down.
Yeah, the Matrix doing some good work. Got a good
Oh, that's a big Matrix finds two. With this Matrix.
There's a Sigma from the body slightly overextended there. Just gets picked off on his own. His teammates zone off by the Matrix, not able to help. So they do get it. They do get a payload to this final stretch of Hollywood. But the time bank, you know, this looks very unlikely they'll cap this before overtime hits.
Even if they do cap it, yeah, I think it's most likely. Wow, though. Demonic answers with a sick Death Blossom, killing 3. Little Sky doing his best to stall this part. And D9 is to overtime, but yeah, overtime does happen. Although they do cap this, now they're just playing for a draw. That's a big D9 graph, but yeah. Fortunately. Oof.
And, well, I think that even though they are playing for a draw, right, it is such a huge turnaround from the first map where they were, you know, they never looked close to really establishing control and winning a map. But here, there were some really good moments on the attacking push for Tampines Poly. Some good ideas about where to go, where to path on point A, what sort of fight they want to take on point B, and then they were just able to push aggressively through the entirety of point C, using the ultimates smartly to get an advantage, and eventually they just sort of steamrolled, really, or snowball rather, the last push a little bit. So they will cap this map, but still 2.5 minutes for Dover Poly to get a single tick, at which point they will take this map and the series.
Yeah, I really do agree. This seems like a very fast improvement for Tampines Poly. And if they keep this up, if they draw this, you know, they still have a shot. Wait, do they have a shot? I don't know if they have a shot. I mean, if they
draw this, yeah, if they hold this, we actually still go into map 3 for 1-0 score. And then if they do win the next map, it is 1-1, and then we play a tiebreaker on the control map, which in this case, I believe it will be Oasis that is the tiebreaker, if it should come to that. Yeah, but that's it's a long way into the future. So, 2.5 minutes.
Same comms going in.
Yep, same comms. The right comp's looking a lot better, actually, for Tampines Poly.
Yeah, this seems like...
out straight to point.
Oh. Everyone is dangerously low, but no. Oh, clean. Just pushes them onto that corner right there. Junicake finds the response kill on Apple. Monic also gets the kill, but yeah, that was really well executed. Pushing them into the corner right there.
And honestly, I don't even know exactly what happened in that fight, but you know, it was pretty much a straight up brawl. Both teams sitting on low ground, no cover for either side, just swinging at each other. Pretty much the same composition for both teams. And execution just a bit better there from the side of Dover.
Nice fire strike. Big shatter. Although not really needed. They were winning that fight anyways.
How about a valiant attack there from Tampines Poly. I'm getting a bit confused with these names. I keep saying the wrong one. But yeah, a valiant attempt.
Yeah, that is indeed a very valiant attempt. That seemed like I'm a bit frozen in time, but that's fine.
I do think you are slightly frozen in time.
That's pretty cool. I am now a time master, but that's all good. They did, yeah. I mean, both teams played exceedingly well, but unfortunately, yeah, TP just got 2-0'd there.
Yeah, well, but still, it's great to see the adaptation coming through, moving to the Reinhardt, trying to take fights at a different tempo, a bit slower, and giving themselves more time to set up, to decide, where we want to go, how we want to set up our off angles, and just giving themselves more time to make decisions. And well, they still lost the map, but it definitely made things closer and give them a better shot. And the next map is Junkertown. Not really a Winston map because it's so long and wide and open. More of the Rhine Sigma stuff we will probably see. And so this composition switch from the side of TP will probably serve them well there. Are we? Ooh, I'm not sure if Try is back here.
I am back.
Yeah, great. Just still frozen. Yeah.
I'm still a Time Lord. No problem, man. It's casual day in the time machine.
Well, I must be one too because my feet keeps freezing as well. So
casual day in the TARDIS.
Yeah. It's probably best if we go to a quick break while we try to get this sorted out. So we'll see you on the other side. No, we're back. Never mind. Yeah. So some connection issues. Still, with Trifundust. Can't quite seem to get reconnected. Yep. So it looks like I'm slightly alone here for a bit. Chat wants to give me nano. Thanks a lot.
I'm with you in spirit.
Yeah. He's in the Tri's in the lobby in the Discord server and voice channel, but not on stream at the moment. So, pretty much halfway through this first round of matches. If you could give you a quick update on some of the other games, how some of the other games have gone. Giga Counter, winning 2 matches. Obviously, they are top of the standings at the moment. Let me just have a look at the standings. Yep. Tampines Poly winning out over Tsunami, which is the other NUS team that we'll see in the next match actually. So they have 1 win. Over Poly with a win. How from ACSI, that's a very confusing name to say. But yep, we'll be seeing this team coming up next as well. They have a win. And Tsunami themselves, the second team from NUS, also have a win. So the multiple teams getting on the scoreboard at the moment. So all to play for in the upcoming rounds of matches. So, and yeah, maybe we can talk a bit about the schedule that's to come. We're currently watching Tsinghua Poly and Temasek Poly face off against each other. Once we're done with that, we move to round 4, which is Tsunami against How. So, second team from NUS against ACSI, the final 2 teams that we haven't seen today. And then in the very last match of the day, it will be Tsunami versus Barrier Free Car Park. So, it might be a bit of a do or die match for Barrier Free Car Park, given that they are currently down 0-2 in the standings. Yep, and some of the maps that we're about to see, Junkertown will be the next escort map. Obviously, Junkertown is a pretty unique map. We haven't seen it too much in Overwatch League recently, but in the later stage, of course, there has been some play on Junkertown. Very good for snipers, things like the Widow and the Hanzo. And the Double Shield may come in over there as well. We may see some Roadhog, great for flanking on Junkertown. And then other maps that we have to come. Well, King's Row will be in the last round of the day. Everyone's favorite map, one of the best maps in the game. We have Dorado, a pretty unique map with all high ground on point B. Oasis and Nepal, more control maps to come. Strategically excluded maps, no Watchpoint Gibraltar. because it is a very, very hard map to cast. Yeah, but of course, so we took Gibraltar out of the pool because no one wants to see, a team get spawn camped for like 4 minutes in the hangar phase. Yep, and you also have Route 66 and Blizzard World to come. Of course, no assault matches. No assault matches. Assault maps rather for the group stage. Teams. No one likes to play assault. Teams probably don't want to practice assault too much, so we took that out of the group stage. We will see assault maps tomorrow though, because especially in the final, which is a longer format of map, there's a good chance we will see some maps go to 2 CP. Well,
Can't wait to see how the teams adapt to assault.
Looks like Try is back with me, so this solo cast challenge is probably over for the time being. We're about to head into the last map of this series, which is, of course, Junkertown, as we've said. Just waiting on some confirmations for that for the moment. And yeah, here we go.
Here we are.
No technical hiccups whatsoever. All planned.
Ready for battle.
Just taking a scenic little journey through Junkertown. The Junker Queen, long rumored as one of the next heroes to be released in Overwatch.
Kind of hot.
Still waiting on that one for Blizzard. Maybe like 5 years time. The next new hero. Yep. When Overwatch 2 comes out, 2026.
2030 more off.
2030. Yeah, who knows, right? With Blizzard. Some technical difficulties displaying the overlay at the moment. We can confirm that team on the left is still Tampines Poly. They have mysteriously swapped schools. And the team on the right, some hero role changes coming out here.
Yeah, here we see some really big ones because Assyria is going on Zen now, and Little Sky going on the Hog.
Yeah, well, I guess they're just having some fun because the series is wrapped up. This is just a map differential.
Monik going on. So, big hook from Little Sky onto the Rissa. Both immortality fields are thrown down. Mythic Spirit, though, gets the headshot on Genji, but Nibarino answers with a kill on Ludicum. Assyria damaging. But gets killed by Gamonic.
And Yara tries to duo Hanzo, doesn't end well.
Yeah, never ends well. Unless you're really, really bad on Hanzo, then. And you're really good.
Yeah, well, I did sort of predict it. It is the Roadhog coming out for the side of SP. Traditionally a good map for Hog because they're just these little annoying flank routes that are so hard to watch, where the Hog can creep up on someone and do a lot of work. And widows from both sides as well.
So now, though, TP is responding with a double shield as we head into a pause here. Something is happening.
Gone wrong again.
Yep. There's a DC.
Yeah, the Widowmaker
Widow
on the side.
Mythic Spirit leaving the game early. Win trading.
Win trading. Well, I'm not sure what that is to trade for. Yeah, so double shield and double sniper, and yeah, this is the sort of traditional, you could say, traditional double shield bunker style composition. From the defenders, it's not quite working at the moment. Fairly swift cap on point A for Dover Poly.
I mean, I'm not quite sure of TP's answer to this Nibarino and Genji from Dover Poly here. I mean, ideally, wouldn't Arxis' Winston be like the best here? Wouldn't like Arxis be super happy to play Winston here and kill, or like deny the space from Skizavan and Nibarino?
Well, I mean, that's very true, but at the same time, if you want to make, if you want to let your own snipers set up in more safe locations, right? Your own Widow, your own Hanzo, definitely you would say that Sigma and Orisa do give you more space, to give you the ability to play safer, and yeah, just protect your snipers while they go to work. Mythic Spirit looks to be just about back in the game. Yep, the R from Alexis. And we should be good to go.
No, but Mythic Spirit's not in the game as of yet. So we still have to... wait, what?
Oh, well, we're going anyway.
He's not in the
Either
game,
way.
is he? Oh, okay, there we go.
Right.
Pause.
It's a bug UI, as always.
So I guess like TP has to have real big faith in both Mythic Spirit and Gamonix here to get the headshot. And that, yep,
That's a jinx if I
That is
also
the
one.
faith.
As
that is the
So-
faith.
Roadhog
Gamonix
slightly
with
AFK there.
Good kill. But Milvon getting nanoed right here. Gets a kill on Gamonix. Nibarino finding these big headshots after shots onto
but-
the team of TP here.
I'm
Maybe
not
they
really sure
just
how the
already.
Reinhardt. Not really sure how the Reinhardt found his way up there. Not the most vertically mobile character in the game. Comes the Infrasight for Nibarino. Of course, Mythic won't have the Infrasight to match because he disconnected. Oh, don't think
Oh,
that.
no, you don't want to do this, Gamonix.
Well, he
Oh.
gets the shot off actually.
He gets the shot, but
Yeah, well, all the space. In the world there.
Okay,
slightly
Mythic
interesting.
Spirit swapping off to the Tracer to deal with double snipers. This is kind of funny because there's a bit of a role swap, and Arxis, he's been listening to the stream, goes Winston to deal with the snipers now. Astronaut
gets
getting the pick on
charged.
Chroma. Oh, Gamonix,
That's
nice dragon.
Not a well-advised resurrection right there. And well, the Shadow, as we said, it comes in to follow up. No shield, nothing on the side of.
Junicake,
Uh,
Hops and Matrix. Gamonix, nice headshot onto Little Skid.
well, that's just out trading, huh? Really? Nice bio. You should keep the Hanzo alive for a bit longer.
Nice zoom on Widows behind.
Yep, here
I like
comes Arexis flying in. Does take out the Hanzo, but Astronaut gets taken out by a headshot from Nibarino. So it's 5-on-5 at the moment. And yeah, I was going to say it was a bit of a Frankenstein composition from EP with the Bap and the Lucio, but it swapped over to the Ana, so that's a good thing.
It's funny how you call TP having the Frankenstein composition when Dover Poly is clearly Frankensteining this. I mean,
That is also a good point.
yeah, their main like heroes are not even playing their mains anymore.
At least Syria with the sensible swap over to the brick to deny some of this dive. From
Nice
the Tracer
dragon
and from the
there.
Winston.
Oh, nice hook onto Junicake. And it just seems like, you know, Dover Poly is unstoppable. There's nothing that TP can really do here.
Well, not in the moment, certainly. They are sort of rolling a little bit.
Oh, there's another Infrasight. This is very hard for the TP to come out here. Ooh, nice headshot on the Mythic Spirit there. Can
Yep,
he find the
and-
headshot on Lucio? I don't know.
Nibarino is just untouched. No one's going to deal with him. Ana can't even peek out to heal her team.
Oh no, poor Ana. Ooh,
The
Gamonix
the
falling,
rally.
Ludicum falling,
Yeah.
Junicake falling. Yeah, this is getting worse and worse for
They're
TP.
just taking turns to press Q, and honestly, it's
It's
not looking
working.
good. Yeah, there's no
Or
way to really
it's
push
working
it out.
for Dover. Yeah, with a time bank of 3 minutes 30. I mean, not bad. TP managed to you know, pump down the timing by 1 minute, but 3 minutes is
Oh yeah, decent stall, I guess. But
Normally-
that time bank is really massive.
yeah. No, it's like honestly, time banks are somewhat indicative of how strong a team is, and I feel like if you have that large of a time bank, odds are Dover is gonna come out dominating EP yet again.
And I mean, if they are off swapping roles, right? It probably means they're just, you know, pretty relaxed, not taking this entirely seriously, having some fun, and that's when, you know, a team full of really skilled players is at their most dangerous, right? When they're just like sort of memeing in the server, really. Having said that, the Junkrat on Junkertown, despite the name, not the most conventional pick, especially on point A.
This is the Junkertown combo though. For the Sky Roadhog, Caesarhan, and Junkrat.
But well, I think the true Junkertown combo is double shoot with the
Bastion?
Bastion. Yeah, the pirate ship. It's about to come out.
4, 3, 2,
Well, let's see which meme comp is better then.
Nice angle here, but Mythic Spirit doesn't find anyone. Oh, wait, he might have been able to scout that though.
Oh, I don't think he saw it.
What? It was a big fat guy, like, just pressing.
Oh,
no!
he missed the charge actually.
He misses the charge and that's an immortality field, but he still gets the. Oh, he still gets a hit on Demonic, and with that, you lost your advantage of setting up with Bastion. You have to swap off Bastion. You cannot. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and well, despite the immortality field there, damage just overwhelming from the side of Dover Poly as they are, well, touching the spawn door, and one completes that particular challenge and loses his life after that for it.
Yeah, they get punished for overextending there. Oh, there comes a full.
Oh,
and that's a nice charge though. Nice charge from Astronaut.
Well, it's a bit of a clown fiesta at the moment. Everyone's just
Clown
charging
fiesta.
in, running in. We still have this double shield Ryan Orisa, but no Bastion anymore. As no one.
I mean,
Don't know
it's
if he's-
clear that Dover is clearly throwing right now.
Well, the payload making its way to the end of point A. Oh, it's a nice pick off there. It's pretty much going to stop the recontest, I think. Still a flanking. I think it's an Ana and a brick. Nice.
Oh,
man.
big shatter. That's actually big.
Oh, that it could have been a recontest. There were people from Dover Poly around, but the slam is just massive. Still a Roadhog lurking behind.
Hey, it's still winnable, you know. It's anyone's game at this point, maybe.
Yeah, they're going to cap with the 3-minute time bank, and we're going to go to extra rounds. As
Oh,
this
no.
hog is a bit of a problem.
Poor little Sky. I think he wants to spawn camp, maybe.
Well, he's certainly taking the attention away from them.
Oh, nice with a 1v1 gets a nice headshot onto Mythic Spirit. And with that, it gives the Hog space to come back, though. Astronaut gets the pin, but dies to that
Total mayhem.
mayhem? Yeah. Total mayhem.
Best ability in the game. After the remake, that is.
Oh! Oh!
No one was
Oh.
looking in that direction. It's a free headshot kill for Niverino. And eventually he will have to get out of there, but
That's orgasmic.
it's just going to delay TP even further. Melvin looking for the flank shatter from behind, I think. Crouching, he's getting position. He's got his entire team to scout for him. This could be big. Oh no, that's two shooting away.
Oh!
The bongo is dropped.
Again, they denied the Junkrat ult, so that's pretty good. Demonic rising up to the occasion, but Little Sky taking out Junie Cake. And
The
they're
Roadhog
back,
flanking
and
again.
he's on dangerously low.
Oh, he actually gets a kill. Oh my god.
Yeah, you don't want to leave your Mercy to a spawn camping Roadhog. As I say that's a nice shatter. And Demonic gets a kill. Neeb finding the kill on Mythic Spirit there. Mythic.
Well, he's not
looking
going to
around.
challenge these two tanks alone on points.
But he's not alone
He is
anymore.
there. He is not
He-
alone anymore.
Ana found the pick on the Ryan. And can they? Oh, nice deny of Res right there. And Orisa is just a free headshot right there. But his head is so big.
Yeah, that was the shooting range. Nothing more to say.
Yeah, Neeb really popping off here on the Widow. Makes you, whoa! Nice shot at Mythic Spirit. Makes you really
And
wonder.
yeah. Well,
Like, why didn't he play? Yeah.
play DPS from the start?
Yeah.
Good question. Yeah, well, the walls are up for TP. They're going to try and push out of here with the double shield, which is going to work slightly for the time being. Where's this Roadhog? Oh, he's not really on the flank, so that should get some nice space to the side of Tempede's body. Nice
Nexus.
supercharger as well. Yep,
This
could be the
supercharger
push.
manages to kill Neeb now with a clean headshot. But Skizavan on top, he wants to take down the supercharger. No one's focusing him though. As Mythic Spirit, takes down Skizavan. Assyria finally takes down Arxis. That's a big hook, big shield actually. Really smart there to deny that hog.
And I think
Wow.
Dover Poly was set up in like 4 different flanking positions there. And it almost worked. It almost got enough picks to make it, you know, to get a kill to win the fight. But the grouped up rush from TP, just a bit too strong. They managed to keep the points. Into Junkertown, third point. Time bank is
With a
already
lesser
lower.
time bank.
Yeah, it's already smaller. But you know, they can still get some good distance on this card.
Oh, a chance is being popped out on the side of... I can't see. Dover Poly? Yeah.
Yeah, it's only Dover Poly that has a chance. It does
Demonic
pretty
trying
much
to...
work.
Oh, loses that sniper duel, but yeah, I mean, good.
I mean, the walls were up, I think, for Nibarino. So, not the
Was the- oh.
smartest. No, either up or they had just ended. So, either way, I think Nibarino knew where he was. Still getting picks, by the way. Araxis on
Yeah,
the
there's
point.
still...
Oh,
Oh, Hox is being grouped up.
oh
Astronaut
no.
missing that gets slapped and bullied by the Roadhog. Demonic finding these
Decent
nice
kill, gets one.
shots. Oh, nice! Oh, he knows! Demonic hard carrying the team right now.
Yep,
But-
and if you just punished for staying around the card a little bit too
Oh,
long.
that's a
Araxis
nice snap headshot there.
almost dies.
Neep half. Oh, Neep dangerously low.
It's a good combo with the Hulk, but not enough charge probably on the middle shot for lethal damage. He's still up here. He will
Solo.
have to be chased away. Some
Neep.
point.
Little Sky gets a pick on Mythic Spirit. They are trying to res this, but I don't think... Oh, nice. Good sleep on
Yes.
Caesarvon. But the Roadhog is still behind. Caesarvon managed to find out Junicate. I think pre-sleep or post-sleep? I don't know. Oh, he's being nanoed. Demonic. Showing him who's the better McCree there. Over corner is top.
Yeah, just, oh,
Big
big
shot
slam.
from Astronaut.
Absolutely
But
massive.
Heavy Field saves him. And Astronaut instead goes down. That's a big hook on... Demonic lives, but... Oh, fortunately, gets taken out. Mercy there is almost won that fight if it weren't for Neep.
Dishonest kill, I suppose, with the primary SMG fire.
I
But
mean, come
whatever
on, let
works.
them live. A bit one-sided here.
Yeah, well, 36 seconds to go. One last push for the side of TP.
Oh, that's a big and matrix.
Widow
Neep
firing
trying to
through
get
an
this.
matrix.
I mean,
nice
a body
fight.
shot would kill now, right? Yeah. Mythic
Yeah,
is good from his team. He can't. Yeah, Mythic. Oh, but still manages to find the
but
kill.
they have to choose him
Caesarvon.
and they get split.
Oh, nice jukes by the Mercy there. Nice jukes on the Mercy
Oh,
there.
can he find a shot on the teeth? Not quite.
Little Sky.
Guy is in a bit of trouble.
Oh, solo. Demonic managed to find that high noon. Oh, nice shield from Marxist there. With that has really shown us his sixth sense.
Yeah, and the whole
Go,
and the Dragon Strike is going to interrupt the whole hog.
Desperately
And the 1
trying to hold
HP
this.
Reinhardt on the point.
Ludicum 1v1's Neep, although using ult, and they managed to cap it on OT.
Somehow. Yeah, well, somehow they managed to cap the point.
Way to extend this match, TP.
Yeah, well, they actually kept it, so all credit to TP there. A great comeback.
Initiating
But, well, time bank not looking too kind for TP. 1 minute versus 4.5. Let's see how far they manage to push this payload with this first push. Are those upcoming Overwatch heroes too?
No, that's StarCraft. That's a Easter egg to StarCraft.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I'm-
I guess.
yeah, I'm too young to play StarCraft, so.
ready for battle.
Dude, StarCraft is so fun, but it's the learning curve is just insanely high.
That's massively steep. Yep. Well, looks like TP, the Bastion didn't work the first time around. Are they going to try it again with Spirit hovering the Bastion and then goes for the Hanzo?
UFO Soraha.
What is that thing? That looks like a coffee machine? I don't know. Anyway. So, it's just please tell me TP are not rolling out with a Mercy Brick support line with a double
are.
kill.
No, they're
So
not.
Mercy's
But
dead. That might be the worst. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Thank you.
yes, please. Come on, you've made it this far. Don't throw the game.
Well, on the other side of things, it's a Genji
Nice.
from Nibarino. So Nanoblade at some point I suspect we will see.
Gamonic taking these off angles here. Nice pull from Orisa. Can't find these headshots by Mythic Spirit. But it is hard to burst with a double shield.
Yeah, the payload's moving, so...
Oh!
Oh, Gamonic! Oh, he doesn't find the shot on Diana.
Oh!
That could have been critical.
Lucky.
And you know, as we just giving space, just backing off slowly.
Gamonic
does
managed to
get
find a
the
kill.
kill.
Let's get this on. Mythic Spirit now. Oh, nice shots. Misses that headshot. It's fine though. He's trying to hard focus this Ana.
The Nanoblade
Find it, so he can focus on the bigger targets. Uni Cake. Oh, but dude, 1 Sigma is doing it. Taking out the backline, and there comes the blade from Nibarino.
Comes out.
However, Mythic Spirit managed to find a headshot. Mythic Spirit at the backline, battle of the Shimano brothers, but Skizavan just cannot let him take the 1v1 there. The Susuria is just raining down bullets from his matrix.
That was a good initial push from the side of TP, but eventually they just, you know, ran out of steam a little bit, and I have a feeling SP were just being patient, building up that Nanoblade. And you know,
Was it
fairly
a Nanoblade?
obvious.
Wow.
It was. I think it was a Nano and a Blade at the same time. I don't know if it necessarily went on the same person, but either way, the combination of outs, you know, a great fight-winning, team-wiping outs there.
It's big, it's big. Has no heroes picked yet? Oh wait, no.
Not quite yet. Yep, assembling.
Ready for battle.
Alright. Seeing just about the same comps. Yeah.
Just about the same comps, yes.
I wonder if TP will try to hold that spawn.
30 seconds.
Well, Astronaut hovering briefly, the Roadhog, but goes back to the Reinhardt for the same double shield setup. Just
And they're
hitting up
holding there.
Yeah, well, yeah, pretty much the same composition. Little Skype on the Wrecking Ball, which would be something new. Oh, here we go.
With 4 minutes on the time bank, they can do it. They can do whatever they want to. Nice shield, almost shields Nibarino though.
Almost
Dangerously
with
low.
Power drive. Oh, it gets so many
Nice
people.
power drive.
He gets pulled back.
20% all charge. That's a weird champ swing from Little Sky there.
Oh,
What?
Look at this
What is he
wraparound.
doing?
Look at this wraparound flank. It's bought quite a fair bit
Oh
of space.
no, Little Sky feeding that all charge. Giving TP a sliver of hope.
But they do get a payload.
And charge in, Gamonic manages to kill Genji. Spirit. Headshot. Nice headshot on Skizavan.
Yep, nice interrupt on the charge. Keeps the Reinhardt alive.
Mythic Spirit thought he'd get a headshot there.
Well, the payload stopped just shy of the box of victory. Both teams just poking from afar. I don't know how Alexis. Okay, takes out the Zenyatta there. But
I'm not gonna lie, seeing this many Hanzos being played in this semi-professional setting makes me happy.
yeah, I mean, it's definitely a fun to watch at the pro level. Pop-off moments, great brawling at close range when you have storm arrows. As wow,
Nice 2-tap there by Gamonix. Showing his dominance on the McCree. Rusty Revolver.
Yeah,
Who
but
needs
now
a Hanzo?
5 out to build up for the side of TP. They might actually be able to hold this for a bit.
Nah, I think right now Dover is just biding their time, really.
Well, yeah, the Nilbit, as you say, is about ready to go along the Shadow.
They don't have a way to counter this. Yep, there we go.
Everyone just rescue at the same time. Oh my
But-
lord.
Gamonic denies that Nano Blade actually by like getting rid of both the Nano and the Blader.
Yeah, it was a Nano...
Nanoware and the Blader.
Rather, it was a supercharged High Noon, which is doing a ton of damage to everybody on the side of SP.
Yeah, that was big.
Well, okay.
They know the Hog is flanking. I would Sonic the Hog actually. Can't coming in the
Shadow
side of,
get anything. Nice.
big
Oh, that
hit.
purple is huge.
Oh, can they do this? Demonic takes out Zen and Astronaut, finding the kill. And Skizavan, big shatter on the side of Astronaut. And Demonic and Astronaut just dual carrying this. Now, this seems winnable for TP all of a sudden. Where was Astronaut these last 2 games?
That would be quite the story. Just the most unlikely turnaround on Junkertown. Well, yeah, so not really anything in the way of ultimates for the side of Dover Body.
Little scary. Oh,
yeah, the whole was based on the point. Oh, wow.
ooh,
It's like
Skizavan gets
from
taken
out
out
of nowhere.
there. Ooh, nice shot by Demonics.
Nibrina, it's a good flank here. Little Sky's whole hawk doesn't get anything.
Demonic.
Like, if a nice high note gets 2.
His High Noon gets 2. I take that trade. And
Yeah.
Axis has his supercharger, and he do this though. He doesn't even need to use it.
Doesn't even need it.
As Dover
Yeah, Dover probably just sort of ending a little bit here.
being
Not really
swallowed
much
like
of a
flies.
plan. You do see Nibrino at least trying to flank with the Widowmaker to get something done.
He does get one
but-
kill.
Yeah. It's still alright, but TP seems to have come alive ever so slightly.
Mythic Spirit almost has his dragon. He can deny them from pushing here, and Overcharger is pushed up for Arxis. Here comes the dragon from the side of Dover. That's a okay shatter, finds nothing. That's okay though. Neovan has his shatter ready, but it gets picked up by Mythic Spirit, and his double boosted shots.
Oh, that halt doesn't quite do anything but
Wait, oh my gosh, are they
Maybe
doing this? Is
terrible.
Dover Poly losing to TP for the first time?
cannot get picked off here.
Can they touch? They can't
Shadow's
touch.
ready to go.
Oh,
Now-
Skizavan dangerously low. Wastes his shatter. That's fine. So now TP really have a chance to win here. This guy comes back on the ball. But as I said, Aniborino gets 1 pick of Mythic Spirit. Oh, Melvin gets picked on Astronaut. Oh, Melvin charging forward into TP there and cuts off the dreams of TP. Oh, that is
That was way closer than it looked like it was going to be.
so unfortunate.
4-minute hold pretty much on point 8 of Junkertown, but the very last push, yeah,
That was
Dover
pretty
probably
impressive, though.
just decided to go and ran at TP. There's a ton of damage
Arxis.
coming through.
Arxis kind of Pepega there, killed his teammate.
Yeah, well, that will do it for the 3rd match of our series. Which took a bit longer than anticipated, but we are through that one. The 2-1 score to Dover Party in the end. And that will do it for the 3rd round of matches. And I do believe that Tri will be heading off after this.
Yep, we'll be swapping casters to our resident Brandon Hook, aka Bren.
It's actually Brent. Not
Yeah,
Jay.
his name is actually Bren, yeah.
Yep, so we will probably have to take a quick break while our production gets some issues sorted out. You may have noticed the UI was missing for much of that last round in Junkertown, which is not ideal. So we'll try to get that one back for you guys, so that it's a bit easier to understand to see what's going on. Coming up next, we have 2 teams that we haven't seen yet, Tsunami and How. Yep, and we will take a quick break while we get that sorted out.